Hi, guys. Hi. Ooh, I think I got some stuff on me. I have glitter on me. Hi. How is everyone? Yay! It's Friday. Wow. I haven't done a live stream in a hot minute, and I was like, oh, okay. You guys, we have so much to talk about. It's just been like one of those weeks. And my life is a combination of trying to hold it all together, trying to be the best mom, trying to be the best wife, trying to be the best content creator, trying to be the best businesswoman. And sometimes it's like everything's got to give. So if you made it to Friday and you're still alive like me, cheers. Welcome, everyone. And you're still alive like me? All right. This might be a Destiny says if Jessa cuts her hair, she will freak out. Okay. Me too. I don't know actually how long I'll be on tonight. My brain is it's messy right now. And there's been so much that's gone on this week. So on the channel, we covered all the different things about Josh Duggar's responses by his attorneys. So Josh and his attorneys filed like a ton of 3 motions to dismiss, and then, or 3 motions to suppress, and then 2 motions to dismiss. And it was like, I still didn't even, I still didn't even get to one of the motions. And that was like to dismiss literally all of the evidence. But it was such a long one. And I felt like you guys were getting the point. Basically, his attorneys are throwing everything at the wall until it sticks. And then you have to just sort of wait and see if any of it's going to stick. So his attorneys they always say in the world of law, if you have a guilty client, you attack the evidence and the weaknesses in the case. So they're going to spend a lot of money on this defense. I was wondering if you guys had any thoughts. I know that the videos that I did on the topic were pretty busy, lots of comments. I know a lot of you guys are getting a lot of feedback on this. You can always go to Pacer, which is the website, the federal website, if you want to read the court documents. It's like you have to sign up for it, and then you have like a subscription where you pay 10 cents per page. So you can download copies. You can just view them. It's up to you, or you can come over here. I am doing my best to cover most of the relevant discussions, but the last one was them wanting to get rid of literally all of the evidence because they wanted to say that they lied about how they got the search warrant, which was redonkulous. Oh, you said, I love your shirt. Thank you. So that's what's going on with Josh. And the prosecution has, I think, until next week to respond. So we'll see what they come back with. I highly doubt blaming Donald Trump is going to work for his crappy appointments of the HSI. You appreciate me digging into the stuff. So 19 years and counting. Yes, yes. I'm sorry to hear about your mother. I don't know what Ligma is, but I hope she's doing okay. I hope she gets better soon. Smoke and lemonade for you. So his court date is on November 30th. Okay. So it's on November 30th. I did have an opportunity to speak to someone in the Duggar family. That's right. Someone from the Duggar family that would not go on record with their name, but said they really believe that Josh is guilty and they really want Jim Bob to stop paying for the defense. And they really want Josh to finally be held accountable. They were frustrated that Jim Bob has been helping with this situation. They have been frustrated with Jim Bob lying to people in the family about the situation. And they were really upset with thinking about Grandma Mary and how Grandma Mary would feel about all of this. They were truly upset about how Grandma Mary would have just been heartbroken by how this is being handled, how this is all being handled. So they were, they didn't know how it all went so wrong too. Like that was the other thing. They just couldn't figure out, like, how did it get here? Like, how did we get to this point? Like, how did this get to this place? And the only thing that they could say was that until Josh literally gets some consequences for what he's doing, he's never going to stop. And it's just going to keep getting worse. So yeah, I think Grandma Mary would be heartbroken. That was what I kept hearing over and over and over again. Like, this is not how Jim was raised. This was not how Michelle was raised. The way that this is being handled is against like so many people's morals. It's just overall so disturbing to so many people involved. And yeah, poor Grandma Mary. And sadly, there's been like a lot of people in the family like cutting off contact, not talking to each other. Some people are just done with the lies. So yeah. So I don't know who the alleged employee is, but Grandma Mary would be heartbroken. Jim Bob is apparently a lying McLiarson, according to this. Now, there is a lot of speculation about Grandma Mary's passing. And I just want to clear this up because people are always like saying that Grandma Mary's passing was somehow, what do you call it? Suspicious. It was not suspicious. She actually had, they believe, a stroke, like a massive stroke. A massive stroke. And that she was sitting by the water, probably putting her feet in the water, and only left alone for a few minutes and fell into the water. So there was no foul play. And she had been having she had had strokes leading up to this. So, but she was doing well. She was in her therapy. She was doing physical therapy and all that stuff. And it was just a really horrible accident. So, and then Josh and Jim Bob are destroying the family, says Mrs. Snow. Yeah, a lot of people want to say that it's suspicious, and it wasn't suspicious. There was nothing suspicious about it. Grandma Mary had some homes that she owned. So someone said, did Grandma Mary have any assets? She had homes that she owned. So she had, she was in real estate, and a bunch of the homes that Jim Bob actually owns now are ones that she owned while she was running her real estate company. So there's that part. And then that got divided with the death. So I believe like his sister got some, and I believe that like Jim Bob got some. I don't really know. Jessa lives in a rental home that Grandma Mary owned. So Grandma Mary owned this home, but it's not her house anymore. So Jessa owns the house, and Jessa and Ben live there. Jessa and Ben live there, and there's that. And then, okay, so there has been this like rumor about, hold on. I keep freezing. Okay, sorry. I'm trying to close out some windows. There's been some rumors that Jessa is has a new home. That's not true. So Jessa does not have a new house. She has not purchased a new home. She is still living in the same house that she's always been living in. There are no property records at all for any of the Duggars right now or the Seawalds. There are no records for a purchase. Her house is not on the market. She has her family in that same house. So I saw that there was a video going on, but it's definitely not verified. And it's pretty easy to verify if the Duggars are moving things from a, a property records. They have a lot of their properties are in trusts, but the trusts are easily searched on the county websites. And as soon as I saw the video went up, I asked around if that was true, and no one would confirm it. In fact, they said that they hadn't heard anything about that. And then I went on to the property records, and literally nothing, no sales. Jim Bob's like last purchase was a chunk of property near their house, but it was just empty land. And he has always talked about wanting to have like acreage, but no new construction is going on as far as that's concerned. So I don't know where that channel got that information. When I watched the video, it was very vague. Like they couldn't explain like where the information came from. And the Duggars are very transparent when it comes to property. So they file everything. And if there was a construction going on, you would know about it. So he has a lot of acreage, but I don't think all the kids are going to be moving on there. How do they buy houses when they don't work? It's because they buy them outright. You need a job when you're financing a home. They pay for the homes in full. That's not true. Several of the kids have jobs. So Joseph is in real estate. He works with his dad, so he has a real estate license. There is Jeremiah has his real estate license. Jed owns the car lot. He owns Champion Motor Cars, I think, or Champion Car Lot. And then John David owns his own business, and then he also does like machinery. Jason is actually a contractor, and he owns his own construction company. James has all of his like CDL and CD blah, like all of those heavy lifting licenses. Josiah and John are pilots. So is Jeremiah. So they have jobs. Like the boys are all in the family business. And then Jessa's YouTube channel makes money, you guys, and so does her Instagram. So it's the same way that Jill makes money and Joy makes money. They all have monetized social media. They all have money. Let's just say, did they make money while they were on the show from the show? Not necessarily. Thank you, Mary, for your super chat. Yes, all of the sons are making money. So John David actually owns property too. So John David he has a trailer, and he actually owns the trailer lot, like where all of the other trailers are on. He owns that property. So I'm guessing he also leases out stuff. The Duggars are also landlords. So they have investment properties, and then they have like renters, and then they do house flipping. They also so they run it like all in-house. Like they do the construction, they do the rehabbing, they do the real estate, the sales. Jim, Bob, and Michelle are both notaries. It's all like a seamless business. What does... and so on YouTube, Ginger doesn't have a YouTube channel. Social Blade is not always the best when it comes to the amount that you can make per million views, because it really depends on where you are in the partnership program, and it also depends on how frequently you upload. It also depends on how many views that you get per month. I would say like a conservative estimation would be that you'd make $10,000 per million views that you get a month. I think that would be pretty reasonable, I think. So, you know, if they do a few thousand or a few million a month, they could be making pretty good money. It just depends on if the content is monetized and if they have memberships. I don't think they have memberships over. To be honest, they're not utilizing their social media to the extent that they should. It could be a lot more monetized if they wanted to it. Yes. Frida is there. It's National Dogs Day. Okay. So I think they could be making decent money on social media. The problem is I don't think that they are consistent, because like Austin and Joy have a construction company that they own, and they just seriously do not upload that frequently. And then Joy like will go in spurts. Or she will like upload 1, 2, 3, and then she'll like take 2 months off. But then Miss Jessa, she had a really good month. Like she had the birth of her daughter, and she probably had 3 or 4 million views. So the month that her daughter was born, she'll be making some good money off of YouTube. YouTube does love consistency. So people always ask me like, what would be my advice to someone that is going to start a YouTube channel? I would say that YouTube prefers uploads versus live streaming. So if you are someone that wants to live stream, it's a decent platform, but you're not going to make as much money live streaming as you would if you just uploaded consistently. My channel did not start taking off in terms of the numbers where I was gaining more and more subscribers until I moved from live streaming to uploads. And once I moved from live streaming to uploads, my channel like subscriber count started going up. So did the amount of money I made. While it's easier to live stream, a lot of people do not like to watch longer videos. So, you know, keeping videos under 20 minutes long for the bulk of your videos helps. And then uploading every day or every other day is super important for YouTube. The algorithm prefers uploads and uploads and uploads and uploads. I hope that helps. So yes, they are all self-employed and they're all making money off of this. So if you would like to grow your channel, while live streaming is a really fun way, like tonight, it's super fun to do this. We get to interact and talk. I literally have people that are on this channel that will never, ever watch my live streams because they always say this. They're like, Katie, you stop talking when you're on your live streams. And then there's these dead pauses, and then I get annoyed, and then I just turn it off because, Katie, you're reading the chat or you're interacting with this or you're doing that. And I'm like, I know. That's why I don't do a lot of live streams. And then live streams can get off the rails. There can get a lot of trolling. They're just very unpredictable. You can make money off the super chats, mind you, but super chat revenue, I don't think is a really good way to build your channel. If you really want to build your channel, the bulk of your money is not going to come from super chats. It's not going to come from memberships, the bulk of your money is going to come from ad revenue. And that's really where you should focus on it. So that would be my advice. And if I were going to give the Duggar Girls advice, that's what I would say. You know, videos that are lower in minutes, more frequent uploads, and they could actually have really successful social media jobs. Yes, YouTube takes 30% off of memberships and super chats. Now, some creators will then just give you and flip you a PayPal. I used to have like a link, I think, for like a coffee link or something. I don't even know. And for a while, I would share a PayPal, but I prefer to just do everything through YouTube. So it's a single source. And then you can also do your merch. And I'm still working on my merch. I've been throwing out some mock-ups as jokes. And then I have been my husband and I worked on 3 new designs this week. We're still trying to get it up on to Teespring. So that's stuff. Thank you. You love the live streams. It's fun to chat. I like them too. I watch you daily and check in on Instagram. I'm really hitting on Destiny. I keep seeing hers whenever I look over there. Thank you so much. So this question's been asked multiple times, so I'll answer this. I don't know. It probably varies. I think Ginger does pretty well on social media. I'm guessing from the numbers alone, Jessa would do the best. She has the biggest platform, heads over tails of all of her sisters. Jessa has 2.2 million people following her on her Instagram. So based on numbers alone, Jessa should be making the most money. Thank you for your super chat, Laura. Do I have companies that sponsors? I get sponsorship offers frequently, and I don't frequently take them because sponsored content takes a lot of work. If you are going to take sponsorships, they have a lot of requirements. You have to sign contracts. They have non-compete clauses. They need to view videos days before. And the way my content works is I don't pre-record and then have a video that I upload 2 days later, like some creators. And then some companies will say, once you upload, you can't upload anything else for 2 days. Again, not how my channel works. I just have had a hard time really finding sponsorships that I want to take or even want to put the time and energy into. I've taken a few, but overall, I don't take a lot. Again, you can make decent money on sponsorships, but if you have a monetized channel, you don't necessarily need them. But the contracts for the sponsorships can be a mess. So if you sign with a sponsor, they might have a non-compete clause, and then they'll say you can't upload anything else for 2 days because we don't want anything else competing with the ad that's on your channel in that one video that we hope gets a lot of views. So it never makes a lot of sense. Yes, Frida's fine. She's sleeping. She's enjoying the National Dog Day. Yes. Okay, so now what was I going to say? So there was the lots of stuff with the Duggars this week. Erin Bates is pregnant, and it's a miracle. And then Welcome to Plathville. Oh my gosh, did you guys watch? I actually didn't even get a chance to watch. I had sponsored video footage corrupted, and she packed to move, so I don't envy her situation. I have too many people right now trying to interfere in my life, and so I don't want to put sponsors through that, to be honest. But yeah, sponsored relationships can be complicated. You have to be careful, extremely careful. She's definitely awake. Okay, so the trial date is November 30th, which I don't think that Jessa's increased numbers have anything to do with the fact that she slips or is anything like that. I think Jessa's numbers are very superficial, and it's because she's pretty. She was always labeled as the prettiest of the girls, and I think that carried over to her social media following. She was by far the most coveted of the girls in terms of her looks. And on social media and followings, people are vain, and hers sells. And she's also very even. Nothing controversial about her. She's like by far the most beautiful. And it's not, that's the way that it was posed in the show with her wedding. She's gorgeous. She's got the look. So the judges will not rule on those yet, because in federal court, when you file a motion, the prosecution has, I think, 2 to 3 weeks to respond. And then there is a couple 2 to 3 weeks after that the other responses, and then they can rule at any time. But yeah, you think Jana's prettier. I think they're all beautiful, but I think aesthetically, from the social media perspective, she is by far like the favorite. Thank you for becoming a member. Jana's prettier. I think they're all beautiful, you guys. But I'm saying the way that Counting On really prefaced them, they really pushed Jessa as being the pretty one. Like, that's how it was promoted. When you look at just the way that TLC promoted the girls, it was very clear that like they were pushing her as kind of like the pretty one, the prettier one. Okay. Pretty but dull. She's got a very flat affect. We will say that. Ginger's dress was my favorite, hands down. Okay, so what was my other thing? So I was actually looking onto the Duggars website, as fun as this is. They do look tired, doesn't she? Look what I found on the Duggars website. The 6 most important relationships in a girl's life. I'm always amazed at the videos that exist on the Duggars website. There's an entire video on their blogs as a resource, and it's called Evolution versus Creationism. Is this really Tila Tequila? Is that really the Tila Tequila? She has a real channel. Is that really her? Or is that a fake Tila Tequila? She has a real channel. She's on YouTube. I see her posting sometimes. It could be a fake, though. Does anyone remember Tila Tequila from MTV's? I would doubt it's really hers. Does anyone remember that show that she was on? A Shot at Love? Ben will never make much money. Maybe. Okay. So it says she's live. So maybe that's not her. A Shot at Love with Tila. Okay. You remember. No, it's a joke name. Got it. That's a funny picture. All right. So that's not the real Tila Tequila. Got it. Okay. So, I have this video I was looking at, and then if you can hang out to the end of this, I will go into just some stuff that's going on in my life. I can't talk a lot about it, but I thought like maybe I could give you an update. I know I've been trying to give you some updates. This week has been ridiculous. I'm trying to navigate legal issues, and then working, and then staying with my life together. And then you guys, can I just, before I even go into this, I saw this hilarious title. I don't watch videos of people that don't like me or that criticize me very frequently, but I saw this title so a bunch of people on Twitter were talking about this woman, and I don't even know what they were saying, but it made me want to check out her channel, right? And the minute I looked at her channel, this was the title. It says like, will this be the end for Without a Crystal Ball? And I was like, that's a hilarious title. Like, where am I going? What does that mean? What is ending? Is my life so dramatic that something's ending? I never pay attention to, like, I rarely pay attention to what's going on in the Katie Joy anti-KJ world, but apparently my life or something is ending. And I'm not sure why. But I thought this was funny, and I said that I wasn't ending. And I said, LOL, no, this won't be the end of me. Like, what did I do to be ended? Like, what did I do? I said, I have not R'd or M'd or stolen or defrauded or cheated or committed any crimes. I'm not sick. So unless I die in a tragic accident, I won't be ended that way. What did I do? She's gotten mean. I don't really pay attention to her. I will say that I feel like if she wanted to be, and this is just my constructive criticism, I noticed in her videos that she has very low, so like she's like down here on the video, okay? So her head doesn't take up very much space. And then there's all this stuff behind her, but then she only has a wall with like a single string of lights. And then the lighting is very dim. So I just want to pick her up and I want to put her right here. That would be my constructive criticism. Like, I would get a better camera angle and I would get better lighting, and then I would get a little bit better background. Good at dramatic titles. I'm good at dramatic titles, but this is really dramatic. Like, what did I do that's going to be the end of me? I want to know. What did I do? What did I do that this is the end? Thank you for your super chat. So my advice, if you have a channel, is to make sure that you take up the center of your screen. Make sure your head is just a little bit below the top of your screen. Make sure that you're the center of it. Your background doesn't have to be perfect, right? I don't have the perfect aesthetic. Some people hate my aesthetic. To me, this is just cozy. It's like I'm hanging out in my room and my couch is purple. It's an older couch and the dogs sleep on the couch and it's casual here. I've got my, lantern candles. I know some people are minimalists. I am not a minimalist. I'm not a whatever. I don't do the like shelving. What I'd really love to do is do some shelves in the background and get some little like plants, but I kill plants. So there you go. I could do a how to do YouTube course, but I would definitely I noticed in her videos specifically that she's really low on the screen. You have to have a thick skin. You really do. So that's why I was having a sense of humor. Like, what was it that I did that ended me? I think people have been trying to end me for like a really long time, and it hasn't happened yet. So we're just going to stay true to that. And then I think her thumbnails aren't that great. So make sure you have some good thumbnails, and like make sure that you smile, and sometimes glasses don't really work. So my other advice would be, if you can take off your glasses or get glare-free glasses, that really helps because nobody can see your eyes if your glasses are on. Maybe it's all the lawsuits that have been filed against you. That's funny because there's not any lawsuits filed against me. Well, there's one that was pocket served, but it hasn't been technically filed in court. So there's not actually any more lawsuits. I don't know. That's weird. But lawsuits are not going to end me. Lawsuits don't end me. Lawsuits don't end anyone. I don't know what that's just weird. Anyone can sue anyone for anything. That doesn't mean there's an actual basis of a claim. Okay. Let's go over. I just wanted to show you this video. How many lawyers do I have on retainer? You're a lawyer. Okay, so I just got rid of one and transferred to a new civil lawyer. And then I have a family lawyer. And then I have a lawyer that's in Seattle that I no longer am using that was on the Westbrook case. So that case is over. So technically right now I have 2 lawyers and then I have one that's just like finishing up a case. And then I got rid of a really expensive lawyer. So at one point I had 5. Now I have 2. And I will really only have 1. But I really only have 1 on retainer right now. Wait, no, I have 2 on retainer right now. Yeah, 2 on retainer right now. It is a tax deduct. It is gulp, but it's a tax deduction. It's a cost of doing business. So I don't have 5 anymore. I'm getting, 1 was removed this week, so that one is gone. And then my Seattle one is over. So I have my bill for that one that I just have to pay, and then that one's done. And then, oh no, I had 4, not 5. No, 5, 4. 4, not 5, sorry. So I had the Seattle one, and then I had the civil guy that was like really expensive, but he just found me like a less expensive, awesome lawyer. So I just got rid of him. So I have 2. One of the ones that's on retainer right now, she'll disappear in not very long. So she won't be around for very long. She is not one that I keep on retainer. Generally, I only keep 1 ongoing on retainer, and that's my business lawyer who I just hired this week. So that was one thing I was doing this week, you guys. Yes, I guess got a brand new business attorney, and they're going to be able to handle litigation and all the other stuff too. So that's another thing. If you have a YouTube channel, get a good business attorney and also make sure you get insured. There is liability and general liability and professional insurance, and there are a lot of insurers, but you can get insured and they can, cover anything from accidents that happen at work to if you say something and someone wants to sue you, that kind of stuff. I do have an LLC, but we're also going to be in the process of who insures that. So there's a company called Thimble. There's a lot of business companies that insure businesses. But insurance helps with lawsuits. And then, yes, insurance is one of the business. Actually, mine is not that expensive, not super expensive. Insurance is not bad. I think not expensive at all. So you need to have business insurance, and you should have a business lawyer to help protect your company. And once you start getting bigger on YouTube, you need to start thinking about having a PR person to help you with constructing your PR. So there's a lot of things I had no idea about before I went into YouTube, and I've learned along the way. I've also learned that there's a very deep difference in pricing in lawyers, but I have had one lawyer on retainer for a very long time, and he's really expensive. And so he did a very good job, but I'm also very glad to have found a less expensive group. You probably have to pay for a lot of liability with the lumber stuff. Yes. Also having a good CPA. So a good business attorney can be the person that helps you find all the things in your life that you need, from a CPA to a PR team to management. They're really there to sort of be the shield around you. And a good attorney will protect you, do everything to protect you and fight for you, and then also make sure that your company is protected. And attorneys are not afraid to have backlash and get beat up because that's what they do for a living. So that's the benefit of having a good attorney. Okay. Call Saul Goodman. Better call Saul, right? Your next job, business agent, manager for others, and get 10%, maybe. So Benicia is a lawyer. I will say this year has been a little bit more expensive than normal, but good legal advice will say get insurance. So having insurance is super important. And yeah. But then you also have to expect in this line of work that people will sue you. I have it's really funny, Mama Bear. I have a DM from you. I think it's funny because you hate me. And I was looking because I've been searching stuff, and it was really funny. I noticed when I was looking through my DMs the other day that you had sent me an email a while ago telling me how much you loved me. So I wanted to find that because it's always like the people that say they hate me. They claim they hate me, but then they're usually in my DMs telling me that they love me. So I took a bunch of screenshots too because I was going through all of my DMs, and I actually found you in there. And I think you actually told me your real name, which I'm not going to say, but I thought it was funny because I noticed on Twitter you hate me like a lot. And then I saw this like really sweet message from you, and I was like, well, that's weird. Why were you sending me these love notes? Why were you sending me love notes? And then on Twitter, you hate me. That's so weird. Mama, did you tell your troll friends? Oh, I can't find it right now. I know for sure I have it in there. Now that's the tea. Oh, let me see if I can find it. You guys, I found so many of my haters in my DMs, like obscene amounts of them. They were sending me love letters, and then like on Twitter, they say they hate me. Oh, there's this lady named Pickles. Oh my gosh. You know the lady named Pickles? That she's like sucketh the pickle? So I actually know her real name. I won't say it because she used to send me DMs and she wanted me to make videos on Kevin Bacon. You don't have a Twitter. You're lying. So sucketh the pickle. Do you remember her? She totally hates me. So I know what her real name is, but she sent me this message and she said, I'm a fan and just saw the new TMZ story. When I saw you had no streams today, I thought you may be struggling. And I want you to know that you're doing things right. When you take a stand against something and give victims a voice, you are always going to have backlash. People are mean and petty. Everyone says ignore them, but it's hard. Drown them out. Words like mine. You're doing what's right. You're helping people who need a platform. Your family is beautiful and thriving, and they need most of your energy. Don't give it away to trolls and verbal abusers over the internet. That's so funny. If you weren't doing things to bring truth to light, you wouldn't receive attacks. Keep going. This will blow over. It will help your platform become more solid. I found so many of these, okay? You are reaching victims who have no one else. You are showing people truth and acceptable behavior. No one but AP made AP do this. Was about Amber Portwood, what she was doing. Nobody. You are a seeker of a truth and an advocate. It's harder to get away with crap when you're being held accountable. Good for you, Katie Joy. Like, seriously, this lady hates me now. And she was telling me that she was a huge fan. And then there's this other lady, her name, she goes by Ryan Hall. And she says, I'm kind of a newer follower to your channel, but easily you are my favorite. Seriously, these people. There's this lady named Sue that like hates me, and I saw in my DMs a bunch of messages from Sue, and she really loves me too. Like, I had no clue these people who hate me loved me and sent me love letters. And the great thing is that I don't delete my DMs at all. Like Kim Fulmer, you know, she hates me, but she was begging to be my moderator. So in 2019, she sent me this message and said, I'm so glad to help moderate your lives. I'll just need a heads up. I'm in North Carolina. She gave me her phone number and then her email address. And then she was like telling me she wanted to start group chats. She really loved me. And there's the other lady named Jill. I think, what does she go by? She's like Boots Mama or something. I don't know. She loves me too. Did you know that Shen's Panty Liner, you know who that lady is on Twitter? She used to send me messages back in 2020, like to keep me posted on what was going on. And this is what Shen's sent to me in a message. She said, I will admit in the beginning of this, I fell for the smear pant. This is from Shen's Panty Liner, from her real account. And this was in my DMs. I will admit in the beginning of this, I fell for their smear campaign. I have thought since the beginning that the screenshots of you saying that about her nephew were fake all along. But I thought maybe fill in the blank was being played by someone and she really thought they were real. It wasn't until they started to post about your son that I began to open my eyes and realize that I had been falling for their narrative. I was never involved in any groups or anything, but I was definitely believing their bullshit for a while. And for that, I am sorry. I'm truly happy that the truth is coming out, and I hope that they will stop harassing you. I can't imagine dealing with what you have gone through, and I now believe that this other person isn't innocent in this and that she knows full and well exactly what has been going on. I admire your strength to keep pushing through this. I really do. Oh my God, I really do. I'm glad you ended up talking to Unirock. I was in your IG live one night and I told you that he was going to try to help you and you got kind of mad at me. But I understand it's hard to trust someone when everyone's coming at you. I hope 2020 is good for you. So that was from Shen's Panty Liner. She literally hates me now. I'm just kind of amazed. I was like, wow, these people really loved me at one point. Okay. So I don't delete any messages, period, point blank. So one of the things during the Tati lawsuit, people kept saying that I was deleting messages. And I was like, no, definitely not. And as I was going through preparing for this new bogus lawsuit that I'm involved in right now, I was digging through like years worth of screenshots and DMs. And I just found all of these people that now claim to hate me, telling me that they loved me and they wanted to like be my best friend. And I'm like, y'all, you didn't get attention from me and now you hate me. Interesting. You love to think. I just don't delete things. So I'm not a good deleter. My inbox, I'm always afraid to delete things in my business inbox because I never know if I'm going to need it someday. So I have years worth of messages in my inboxes, and it's just ironic because some of the biggest haters were literally obsessed with me. So I don't know. I guess there's a fine line between love and hate. Okay. So another thing I learned this week. So I think I have every email I've ever received. Okay. Fickle as a fickle. It's hard. So, but it's good because I'm going through this bogus lawsuit. And so when I'm going through it, being able to like take it and not delete it, I can go back and be like, oh, well, this person said this and this person said that. And I can like go back in time. And the ironic part, and this actually happened today, by the way, if you haven't been around long enough, you will know that a couple of years ago, I was accused of striking someone's channel and that I stole 6 children's Christmas. Like that was the narrative. And I denied it, right? And I said, I didn't do that because I knew I didn't do that. I didn't do that. And as I was going through my actual, check this out. I made a video today. I don't like to rehash this, but the person involved in this mess cannot stop talking about me. So I figured I would just show this. But I was accused of taking down this person's channel. And while I was in the middle of my lawsuit with the Westbrooks, which is now settled, praise the Jesus upstairs, this person continuously inserted themselves and said, I did this to her and I did that to her and blah, blah, blah. And was rehashing all this stuff, but like would not actually look at facts or evidence. Okay, so I was digging through, yeah. I stole the Christmas and Closet Dweller saved it. Oh, Mama Bear is for sure a troll. So I don't know if she has a... I'll find the DM from Mama Bear. I'm pretty sure I have it. I mean, I have DMs from Shen's. I just read you Shen's love letter to me. Okay, can I sue them back? I am. That's why I'm doing all of this. So they filed this frivolous, in my opinion, lawsuit. And as a result, I'm fighting back and I'm actually countersuing them And this week, I was digging through all of my messages because, as a part of the lawsuit, we might potentially be suing other people as well. And I found this lovely, lovely, lovely thing. So, back in November of 2019, I had a little bit of a falling out with this gal named Leslie. And she doesn't like to go by Leslie anymore, but I'll just call her Leslie because everyone on YouTube loves to call me by my full name, even though I don't use it. They go, Katie, you're such a doxer. And then they like literally repeat my full name all the time. Okay. Mama Bear will probably have a conniption fit. Okay. So anyways, I found this from one of my subscribers. So full context, on November 24th, 2019, Leslie and I got into this big fight because she was trying to convince me to apologize to someone that I did not want to apologize to. And I did not feel I needed to apologize. And she kept telling me I needed to apologize to this person for things that I did not need to apologize for. And we got to a head. And on November 24th, my last message to her was, you do you, and I'm going to do me. And I cut her off. Like that was kind of like, you know, I'm done with you kind of thing. And to jump in front of a narrative, in my opinion, she went live and she made a video and she like just said she was distancing herself from me. And she said that she brought up all these things like I have Munchausen's by proxy, blah, 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 blah. And so I woke up. Mind you, she did these live streams in the middle of the night, and I had no rhyme or reason for understanding why all of this was happening. And yeah, she still has not stopped talking about me. So I wonder if I actually have the screenshot of her saying, you do you. I know the last thing I said on November 24th, we were fighting about this person that I told you about. And I did not want to apologize, and I wasn't going to be bullied into apologies for things that literally were not things that I did to this person. Like, why would you apologize for someone doing something to you? It doesn't make sense to me, and I don't play stupid games or win stupid prizes. So I had said to her, like, on the 24th, I think it was like, I took a screenshot of it, I thought. Maybe I didn't. I took 3 screenshots of the exact same conversation. Wonderful. Okay, anyways, I said to her, like, you do you, okay? And then Matt Bear, remember Matt Bear? Oh, you guys, did I ever show you this? This is so funny. Okay, hold on. Do you know how Matt Bear got her super riled up? This is such a bonus. I don't think I've ever shared this with you. I'm just having fun here, and this is a blast. So he was like playing both sides, and he was like getting her really, really riled up, and then he would pretend to be my best friend. And he was like really trying to start a lot of drama between the two of us. And he sent her a text message where he basically like told her to like cut my head off because I was a snake. I'm not even joking. Oh, I need to find it. So he called me a snake, and he told her, like, he was like basically like agitating her to go live, like provoking her, trying to make her like mad. And he's like, she's a snake. You need to bite her head off. I sent it to someone yesterday. Oh, God. You guys, I didn't have any of these things ready for you. Okay, so anyways, he told her to bite her snake off, bite my head off because I'm, okay, here. I found it. Yeah, the fighting has been going on for years, but I honestly don't care. Like, if you like Leslie, it's fine. But she accused me of some dumb stuff. So when all this was going on, Matt sent her this, like, the night that she went live. And he said, it's time to take off that Southern Belle bonnet and cut the snake's head off. And he says, Katie Joy is a snake on your front porch. You don't pick it up and make it your friend. You cut the slimy bastard's head off, skin it, deep fry it, and feed your family. So she and I got like into a fight, and then he sent this to her, riling her up. And then she went live about me, okay? Can you imagine somebody literally like trying to get someone agitated and worked up and mad? And like, that's what he sent to her. And then to me, he was sending messages to me saying like, they're so mad at you and I can't believe you and blah, 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 blah. And yeah, he was always in the middle of the drama. He started a lot of this. So after that happened, she got really ramped up and she went live and she said some shit about me, okay? And she still accuses me to this day that I struck her channel. So here's what happens. On November 26th of 2019, she does this video and it's called Quick Chat, but it was actually like why I'm distancing myself against her, okay? And so I'll just play this for you. Okay, so the first live stream is now private, okay? Now the second live stream is the video that she says she got a strike from, okay? So the very second, on the 27th, I woke up to a bunch of emails from people, and it was called Addressing the Lies of KJ in an Instagram Live, okay? And she claimed that I mass flagged her, and like this person was one of the people, like, of many that sent me the link, okay? So it says Addressing the Lies of KJ Instagram. That was once again full of lies. Like, that was the title of the video. And so she claimed that I struck her video, right? So when I clicked the link, watch. It says it's private. So when you have a video removed off of YouTube, it's not private. It actually says removed for community guidelines, whatever violation. So in August of 2020, she told me this via text. The strike was for the Addressing KJ Lies on Instagram. It was a community guidelines strike. Some people have seen my dashboard and they know the truth. I chose not to show it because I was not okay mentally or emotionally. So in August 2020, she says that it was that video that got struck and I was accused of taking down her channel. But that video is private. It was not removed. This is what it looks like when when it's removed. So H3 last week or 2 weeks ago had their video removed, and this is what it looks like when it says that it's been violating. Mama Bear, you didn't send me any proof. So I'm going to just time you out. This actually came from my DMs. Okay. So when you actually have it, it'll say this. It will not say private. Unavailable. This video is private. This is removed. Private. Removed. Private. Okay. Today, her video says her video is private. Anyways, her Social Blade also didn't match that because there was no videos going down until December, where you can see right here, right there, that she had negatives. So the video stayed up. She made money off of it, claiming that she got struck. But what she did have was 3 videos that had been blocked by YouTube for copyright grounds. And she was basically restreaming MTV shows. And if you get enough of these, don't leave out the part where I accused her of stealing money. I just told people what was going on. Like, she had some fundraisers. She also held a super chat drive where she told me that I stole her kid's Christmas. So she wasn't mentally or emotionally ready to show her dashboard. And yeah. So she did have a bunch of copyright claims, and those can actually cause you to lose your streaming rights for 90 days. And I didn't strike her channel or steal her kid's Christmas. So that was like fun to find those receipts again. You know, I wasn't searching for these. I was actually working on a lawsuit. And this incident is part of the lawsuit because it involves someone else. And I happened to find that, and I was like, oh, this is funny because I'm working on a lawsuit. It wasn't to prove anyone on YouTube. So at the end of the day, yeah, I've just been digging through like my past, and I realized how far I've come on YouTube. I am one busy gal. Oh yes, I was accused of that too. Yes. So what I've learned about YouTube when it comes to creators and content, and there's just a lot of things, obviously, between 2019 and 2021, I've changed, and I've definitely don't live in the same world that I lived in then. I don't have the same interactions with my subscribers as I used to. I don't even really talk to my subscribers for the most part privately. And I've put up boundaries around me. I have a legal team now, and I try to just do what I can to like protect my business. And I think if I would go back in time to that time, specifically with the stuff relating to her, I think what I would have done is just tried not to like mend fences so much. Like I wanted to make things right with her so many times, and I like apologized, and I would try to like alleviate things, and then whenever I was the hot topic, she would come up with her stuff after she would apologize to me privately for it. And I realized that, you know, relationships on YouTube are very fickle. So if someone can make money off of your whatever perceived damages to them, they might consistently bring you up when you are the hot topic. And that's really what has happened with her. Like, we will be fine for a period of time, and then we'll have like a 4-hour conversation where I think everything's great, and then like I'll get dragged for something, and then she has to remind people that I'm a shitty person, and she leaves out parts of the story, I guess. I don't do the same things I did back then. I learned a lot about like tit for tat, and I hurt, you know, like going back and forth and that kind of stuff. Like it just, I don't do that anymore. Like I just bring this up today because she consistently keeps telling people that I took her channel down, and it's just factually not true. And I understand that beneficially it helps her channel to drag me because she's built an audience on dragging me. The problem is that whenever I speak about it, then suddenly I'm the bad guy and I'm the bully, and then she threatens to sue me. And it's ridiculous. Yes, Aaron did it. I did not ask for donations. Aaron did donate 2 $50 gift cards, which we did give away. And that was not in conjunction with the giveaway. So yeah, but Erin did have money. She wanted to help she wanted to help a couple families that were struggling over Christmas. So I made a joke about the Josh Duggar merch. We aren't making that merch. We were never making the merch. I made a joke like new merch idea. We were definitely working on it. We do have some Frida stuff that we're coming up with, but we've been playing with mock-ups, and someone made a joke and said like, I need a shirt that says, you were there for the phone. And that was it. But we're not making the shirt. This is very common of YouTube creators from 2000. So much of this has changed. You must protect yourself. Right. But I've never, like, my thing with her is that I never want anything bad for her, like, at all. I do think that she can have a very successful career. I think she speaks to a different audience than I do, right? So every creator that creates has an audience that they speak to, right? And we all have people that want to hear our stories and who like our point of view. And I think every kind of creator has their audience. And I know that I have mine. I have crafted that here. And I definitely am not making that. No, we don't. It was definitely a joke. We do not want to make money off Josh Duggar's likeness. Like, my husband and I were like, we're not going to make money off Josh Duggar's likeness. Not only that, we're not going to make money off of like child sexual abuse, right? It was a joke, not about what he was doing. It was a joke about what I had said on a live stream. But what has always frustrated me about her is that she has an opportunity to cover other topics, and there's really no reason for someone who covers reality television to also cover me. But that's just my... And I think she should be successful. I think she would be more successful if she stopped talking about me, honestly, and just delivered her content. And I hope for her that at some point she can get past this. I have only ever wanted the best for her. What I don't like is the constant lying to me. Regarding Todd Chrisley, we are working on that. He has not filed a lawsuit. He wants me to sit for a deposition, and we will be filing a motion to quash, basically, where we're going to tell him we don't have anything relevant to offer him. Oh, hi, Christina. Hey. Right. Just getting back to your job, doing what you're doing. And that's always what I want for everyone is like, just make your content, have a good time, like give your audience what they want. I never want to be like the channel that's giving you guys drama all the time. To be honest, I'm not into that. But I also know that you guys are interested in my life. So at times, yeah. I'm a popular topic. Well, I'm a popular topic, mind you, because there's been a harassment campaign against me for 2 years, which is what I'm working on with this lawsuit. So that's why I've been very late this week. I've had multiple meetings with attorneys, and we are preparing a lot of documents right now. We are sorting through a lot of evidence, and we are preparing lots of letters to a lot of YouTubers. The thing that sucks is that in the middle of all of this, there's just been a lot of people that have been misled, and I just want it to end. And I don't want to dig into someone's life. I don't want to know about what's going on in Leslie's life today. I don't want to know what's going on in so-and-so's life today. I don't really care. What I want is for Leslie to do what she does. I want to do what I do, and I want to just do that. That's all I've ever wanted. Okay, so I'm going to take a 2-second break. I might open this up to have a few of you join me. I see a lot of you in here that might have some things to say. So give me 2 seconds to take a break, and I'll be back in a second. I'm back. Okay. I saved my emails. It's true. Okay. So I see a few of you that are in here that might want to add. I'm not going to add a lot of you guys. To be frank, the Todd Chrisley stuff is just not that interesting to me. We already have our lawyers involved, and we're filing a motion to quash, and that's all I can say, because they think I have information that I don't have, and I'm not going to provide them information that's not relevant to them. So if you want to join, or if you have something to say, join. I see some of the Unifam in here. I go back and forth with my love-hate with Unirock. Don't always love him, but I am not going to freak out. There's nothing to freak out about. What I want is for just everyone to go back to their like respective corners. Like when everyone is like fighting and all the kids are like mad at each other and they like just need to take a time out. Like that is what I want. Todd Chrisley is not suing me. See, I have some people, my subscribers, that are very sensitive about Unirock, and they just really don't like him. But if you have something to say, I just shared the link. You can join. If not, we can end. You think I play off each other well. Well, I don't know. You don't have to come on video. Like you can literally just have your voice. Who is coming for me? Unirock? No, he's not. Unirock is like agreeing to cooperate with my attorneys. So I don't think so. Oh, Todd Chrisley. So Todd Chrisley wants me to sit for a deposition. His attorneys said that they weren't really interested in a lawsuit. They told us that, or a roundabout. But we do not feel legally that we need to sit for a deposition. So we will file what's called a motion to quash with the court. Okay. Kathy went to Twitter jail for me. Yes, there's a very enthusiastic troll on Twitter named Adrienne, who really should, I think, seek therapy. She is obsessed with me and she just needs a lot of help. So I'm going to see. Hi, Julie. You need to unmute.
I honestly didn't know what I was doing.
Oh, hi.
Sorry.
Welcome.
Thanks.
Let me get on Autumn. And Anne. I don't even know who any of you are. I don't know if you love me or hate me, but everyone's here. What do you have to say? You guys, if Anne and Autumn want to speak, you need to unmute. What's going on, Julie?
I honestly I follow your YouTube channel, and I was sitting in bed with cats and thought I would check this thing out. That's a little embarrassed, I guess.
You're a little embarrassed. Well, welcome. Thank you for being here.
Yeah. Got to tell me, maybe explain a little bit what this is.
Well, this is just YouTube. And if you had something to offer, you could share.
Oh, I wish I was more exciting now.
Oh.
Man, I wouldn't have been so boring. I would have made something up.
Oh, now I have, oh my gosh, this lady, she's obsessed with me. Hold on. This chick, oh wait, no, she's not. Hi, Snares and Sparkle. Okay, so Autumn and Anne, if you're not going to talk, I will remove you. And Snares and Sparkles, hello.
Hi.
What's going on? Okay, so nobody is actually talking. Y'all need to.
That's like a typical Zoom. That's it.
Is it only the three of us?
Yes. Well, I was adding people because there was people in there that wanted to share about what I was talking about, but I wasn't sure if you guys had something to say.
Oh, no.
Oh, this is awkward. Okay.
Yeah, I know. Then how do we drop off?
Oh my
I'll
God,
remove
I'm so
you.
sorry. Oh, anyway, hey, by the way, you're absolutely fucking killing it. Keep at it. Keep at it.
Thank you. I love you. You're so cute.
Much love from Detroit, Michigan.
Thank you. Bye. Okay, so I guess people didn't understand. There was some people that were in the chat that looked like they wanted to talk, and I was inviting those people on. So if you had something to say about what I was talking about, that's what I was inviting on. Oh, sucketh the pickle. You can come on here, but I don't want you to be mean.
I will not be mean to you, Katie Joy. I promise. But I just wanted to let you know that I have never sent you an email, a DM, or a message. So if you decide to dox that person, it's not me. Don't do that to them.
I would not dox them.
Good deal.
I hope you get help, though. You're very disturbed. Bye. Okay, sucketh the pickle needs help. All right. Hi.
Hello.
Hi. How are you?
Hi, Katie Joy. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. Hang in there, girl.
Thank you.
Just a couple things. I know a lot of things are going on in YouTube lately, which I'm sure you're very aware of. What are some of your thoughts on that?
On what?
I know a lot. YouTube has really been cracking down on a lot of YouTube creators, which unfortunately I'm not a fan of it personally. But I just wanted to kind of fill out your thoughts on that.
On what? Cracking down on creators doing what?
No, on YouTube, cracking down on creators, YouTube canceling creators.
Do you have an example of like someone that's been canceled?
Critical K, Mandy C.
Oh, see, I don't know. I'm not a fan of deplatforming, but there's also rules you have to follow. And we have a pretty strict guideline on our creator partnership about bullying and harassment. You can talk about people all you want, as long as you're not doing so in an aggressive and hostile way. So I think some creators take that to an extreme, and that's not what I try to do on my channel.
Can you talk about how a creator can get back on the platform?
Well, once you've been terminated, technically you can't. So my recommendation would be that you remember while you're on this platform that every single person that you're speaking about is a human being. And even if you don't agree with them, you have to be respectful of them. So I don't agree with some of the things that the Duggars do, but I also don't hate them. So I cheer them on. I like the girls, you know. I think you just have to find that line. And with Critical K, I think it's challenging because I think at times has been very aggressive towards victims' families. And I think that's where a lot of the issues stem from, just in general.
So what do you say to some of the creators who are still on the platform who you think might need to be removed, who are under the same criticism that Critical K was removed, who are still under the same rules and regulations that need to be removed that she was under?
Well, everyone's under the same rules. Like, are you talking about a specific creator? Because I don't really have anything to say about Critical K as like a human.
Let me say this. You know, bullying and harassment is kind of a generalization, and we all have creators. I love you. Don't get me wrong. I love you. And I come on your platform and, you know, everybody has haters and creators or whatever, but we all go onto our platforms and we go, oh my God, you know, we see the creator and they're gone. And we're like, why is this person gone? And then we go and we see another creator and they're there. And we're like, why is this creator still there? And this creator is gone. And we don't understand why this creator is there and this creator is gone. And YouTube is not following their own guidelines. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I think it just comes down to
you know what I'm saying. You understand?
No, I'm just saying
let me.
Here's the thing. I don't want to be in a situation where
I'm going to be devil's advocate. We can't understand why we see bullying and harassment happening in one arena, and then we see it happening in another. And we see cancel culture happening here, and we don't see it happening here. And we go,
Well, okay, so here's the thing. Here's the advice I would give to someone else in this position. Okay? If you are going to do true crime, I think it's reprehensible to attack a brother and a father that are victims of a murder. And I think Kay only has Kay to be like, she only has herself to blame. You do not attack the victim of a crime, period. So I'm going to thank you, Tishia, for being here. I'm sorry that your creator was deplatformed. If
no, I don't want to. I'm not talking in that crime. I'm talking in the crime of an SA where somebody is protecting somebody who needs to be brought home.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm talking about a little girl,
Okay, what about it?
Michael Long.
What about him?
I'm talking about Michael Long needs to bring his little girl home.
Yes. And what do you want the glare to be deplatformed? Is that what you want? Because
I'm not talking about him being deplatformed. I'm talking about he needs to be held accountable in the same regards that Critical K was held accountable.
Well, people can so I'm gonna thank you again, because Kay again only has herself to blame, and she can talk to YouTube if she has any problems. Thank you so much. All right, so I just want to say this about the Critical K situation before I really dive into any more comments here, is that I don't really have anything personally against Kay. I don't care about her personal life, I think Kay's problem stems from the fact that she has attacked victims of crimes. And I think that is a problem. And I think you have to be extremely mindful when people are victims of crimes that you not re-victimize them. And so going after Shanann Watts's family is highly inappropriate. And I think it's unethical. And you don't see that from the media. And all media training would tell you not to attack the victims of a crime. And whether you like them or you hate them, you don't go after Shanann Watts' family. You don't accuse Shanann of being responsible for her own murder. Okay, so I have Art Girl. Hello.
Hi, Katie.
Hi.
Can you hear?
I
Hi,
can.
can you hear me okay?
I can.
I just wanted to let you know I've been watching and listening to you since about 2 months after you started YouTube. I'm a very quiet watcher and listener, but I wanted to give you a huge shout out for how strong of a person you are. And I just think that you've been through so much. I don't know how you've handled it. And I think that you have been completely persecuted in every way. And I absolutely have never seen so many mean people in one place, which is YouTube. So
YouTube is mean.
Yes, it really, it's just unbelievable. And I just feel like you're through it and you've grown so much and you've been through so many challenges. And I just wanted to tell you that I'm really proud of you. I'm about twice your age. I feel like I'm your mom.
Aww.
And I always, I'm just always pulling for you, and I'm
I
just
love
really,
her.
I'm really proud of you. And my real name is
Oh,
Liz.
is your
So
what?
my real name is Liz.
Oh, thanks, Liz. She said everyone in the chat loves you. Shout out to Art Girl.
Aw, thank you. And I remember, speaking of Critical K, I got on Critical K's um, StreamYard or whatever this is called. And I was sticking up for you so much after that debacle when you were on there.
I got a lot of my subscribers were not happy with, and I didn't
Oh,
know
yeah.
anything about her. And I
Oh,
listened to my subscribers. They were not happy at all about it. And then I saw some of the tweets that she had said about Jewish people, and I was just like,
mhm.
not okay.
Yeah, and I don't want to be a mean person, but I want to say that I think that Kay is a mean person. And like you just finished telling the other woman, I don't even know why she has to ask you any of that, because anyone that's ever watched Critical K with all her critical thinking would know that she certainly seems to be in love with the killer of Shanann. And I've never even gone through the whole story, but I just think it's crazy. And also, not to go off in a tangent, but there are lots of people that should be taken down from YouTube. There are so many mean people. There are so many people that are disgusting, but YouTube doesn't catch up with them. And that's just what it is. And
Yeah, and
all,
I think I don't know if Kay's stuff had to do with the Andrikios or I don't know. Like
yeah, it
I
could have been
know
anything.
there's a change.org or there's a GoFundMe that was started by the Watts Shanann's family, her brother, and they are suing someone in the UK. And I know that they've also had a lot of issues with Kay. And then there's the Andrikio family. And I just think in general, when you cover crime, you have to be sensitive to the victims. And just re-victimizing victims
Right.
is not cool.
Yeah. Well, it's just, you know, I I can always have my own innate feeling about someone, and I knew from day one listening to her and so many others. Um, it's a lot of people should be deplatformed, and I think the woman that just called in should know, if she's been on YouTube for any length of time, that there are horrible channels and they never get taken down. So we
Yeah.
don't really know why. And but to all of those people, if they can hear me, which they probably can't, all of the mean, disgusting people that have made a small amount or a ton of money off of talking about you, they should be ashamed of themselves. It's just, it's ridiculous. And they just, now they're just starting to make up stuff. It's just,
Oh,
it's
they've been doing that for like 2 years, like all the fabrication stuff. It's been a
oh,
nightmare.
oh, yeah. Oh, I know they've always made it up. I just mean now there's not, you've gotten through everything except for this joke of this Todd Chrisley. I can't even listen to him. Oh my gosh. Um, but there's nothing else to say, but they'll come up with the smallest things. And I really think they should be ashamed of themselves. Like, everybody needs to leave you alone. You're very professional. You do your job. And if you need to come out every once in a while and defend yourself, you have every right to. So I just want to give you a huge applause. And I know that
Aw.
all of your supporters do. So I know I don't say much, and I'm not a member. I'm just not a member of anyone. But you'd be someone I would be a member of the channel. But
Oh, well, you obviously, thank you so much for your kindness. And to be frank, I don't need anyone to be a member, but I love my members as much as my subscribers, as much as my viewers. And all of you guys keep me going. And I remember every single day that there are so many more of you that are supporting me than those of you that are hating me. And I just want to get back to that happy place for everyone. And that's why I promise not to bring my drama here. I try to do that so much. So, but
even
tonight I wanted.
Even if you do, Katie, you're a human being, but you're still doing a wonderful job, and you always do. And I just think you should be really proud of yourself. And I know your husband is, and your son. And I just think that I'm so glad that you've set up so many boundaries for yourself and just stay with it. So,
Well, thank you. Okay, I've got 2 new people to join.
Okay.
You are
I'm proud of
adorable.
you, and I'll be
Everyone
watching.
loved Art Girl. We loved Art
Aw.
Girl. Thank you for joining.
Thank
Um,
you. Hi to everyone. I'll keep watching. Bye-bye.
Bye. Okay.
Thank you. Hi to everyone.
Oh, Kira, you need to turn off your volume.
Kira, you need off my volume. Is that better?
You need to turn off YouTube.
My volume's off.
No, you.
Oh, I see. Okay. Does that work better?
Yes, you got to turn off your YouTube.
Okay, I did that. Listen, Katie, I have not always agreed with you, but I just have 2 questions. One person, somebody named Barbie, did a video about you and said that you were maybe a secret writer for The Sun, and I didn't know if that was true or not. I'm just kind of curious. And I also want to know what you thought about what Roadhog's been doing, rebroadcasting your stuff. I'm just on here real quick. Just wanted to ask those questions and kind of drop off, kind of hear what you had to say.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm gonna drop you off and answer your questions.
No,
Since you're.
that's it. Go ahead.
Okay. All right. So no, I am not a secret writer for The Sun, and I don't prefer to even speak about that other person because that other person has a tiny platform, and they do not deserve my time, effort, or energy. Cynthia, hello.
Hi. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. So a fan. And then when all of the drama started happening, I did a huge deep dive.
Into my life?
Yeah. I mean, well, it's all there. And whatever, allegedly. And I read it all, and I guess what especially on the Reddit page, which the link after link after link, and I have 2 questions. The first is that there was definitely a drumming up thing going on. I can't figure out what the origins of the drama are, and I'm wondering if you could, in whatever language you want to use, explain to me when it got so, it kind of exploded. And I know that you have said that you think it's like, what, 4, 5, 6 girls who sometimes have different identities. And then they've kind of like drummed up this whole thing. But like, I can't quite figure out what the origins of it are. And it just seems like, it seems unbelievably crazy, but I can't kind of figure out where it comes from originally.
I just think in general, I have, it's a long story, and the Reddit is not a very good place to go, if I would be honest. They've been very cruel to me and inaccurate and have filtered a lot of false information about my life. And you only need to piss off one narcissist.
But it's kind of funny when you start going down the rabbit holes of things like creepshow art and like the craziness of the last few months that have been going on YouTube. But I cannot, like with her, obviously she's insane. But the amount of people who think you're like a psychopath is great. And I'm like, I don't know. I've been watching the girl for like a year. Like, I think I would get psychopath vibes.
Are you worried? Are you worried that I'm a psychopath? Is that what you're?
No. I'm trying to figure out in this kind of craziness of social media here's a question. If you could pinpoint one or two things you would have done differently, or would you not have done anything differently and you just think it's crazy people coming after you?
Hold on. I can't talk about some of this stuff because there's a lawsuit involved with one of the people. Mm-hmm. And a lot of it starts and ends there. So, I think a lot of people will develop a lot of reasons to not like someone. And the more popular you get, the more hate you get. And I blew up very fast. And a lot of the drama around me is very convoluted and false and fabricated. And that's all I can say. You cannot rationalize the irrational.
So ultimately you believe that there was originally a small group of people and they drummed up like a whole bunch of things.
I'm not saying anything.
Okay. I respect that. Do you have, last question, do you, and that sort of, for lack of a better word.
You don't like me though. I can tell that.
No. I'm just that kind of person. I'm just a skeptical person. I'm totally. No. I've recommended you to so many people who are obsessed with the Duggars. I'm not that obsessed with the Duggars. I'm like, dude, if you really want to know everything going on, you've got to watch this girl.
Cynthia is not a fan, you guys.
No, it's not true. I'm just trying to figure it out.
No, I'm being honest. If you really cared about someone, would you go onto their channel and be this way?
I've defended you on Backwoods Barbie. I've defended you on tons of other platforms.
Okay.
Like genuinely, I'm just trying to figure out why it's blown up and why it's so crazy. That was my only, but no. It's not like I have defended you because you know what happens in YouTube is you get the recommendations of other things to watch that has to do with you because I'm a subscriber.
Okay.
And so you watch the stuff that's completely, bashing you. And I'm always like, I can't marry the watching you and all this crazy out there. And that's all I'm trying to understand.
Well, and as I said before, like you cannot, like when you're trying to rationalize the irrational, you can't. Like there will always be people who don't like you. And then you have to make up your own mind as the viewer. I live in the world where I don't make decisions based on what other people say about me and what other people say about other people. Like I don't tell you as a listener to like someone or dislike someone. Even when we talk about the Duggars or whatever it is that you're watching, you can make your own decisions. You can like them, you can not like them. There's a lot of people on YouTube that want to tell you who to like and who not to like and who to listen to and who not to listen to.
For sure.
And unfortunately, I got caught up with some people that I would rather not have ever known, ever. And they have made my life a living hell. And we are in a lawsuit now.
Cool. Not cool, but I understand.
And it's fake screenshots. They want to call me a psychopath, and I'm not.
I know. One last question is: do you think there's something endemic to the kind of tea community? Which I'm not sure you really are. Like most of the time, you're reporting on reality TV people, right? But like you overlap with the tea community. Is there just something endemic about that community that makes it more toxic, in your opinion?
I just think in general, like you have people that are like interested in drama, so that they want to seek out drama from, and then there's a whole vibe on YouTube of people of creators that literally want to and exist to create drama with other creators for views.
Thank you for chatting with me. I am a fan.
Well, I'm sorry if I'm hard on you.
No, you like I don't blame you for being defensive.
It's not even being about defensive. It's just you get a lot of people that come at you, and it's like, are we being friends, or are we going to be, it's fine if you have skepticism. You cannot rationalize the irrational. Like, the problem is on YouTube is someone can spread a lie, and you have to then defend the lie. And how do you prove a negative?
Yeah. And there doesn't seem to be much you can ever do to make them happy.
No.
Like what was who's the I can't remember her name. There was one of the channels the other day that was making fun of you for calling your legal team a team.
That's what they are.
And I was like, first of all, I don't know if she's hired one lawyer or a dozen. It doesn't matter. And I said this in the comments. I was like, every lawyer has associates and usually other partners, and they call themselves a team. Like, what can she do that, like, you can't say anything? And
well, if you say, first of all, you have to respect attorney-client privilege. If you say my lawyer told you something, you're violating attorney-client privilege. I cannot say to you guys, my lawyer told you to do, my lawyer said this. If I say that, I'm violating attorney-client privilege. I've learned that.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I was just like, really?
So, but I do have a legal team. I have a firm. There's a side of the firm that handles litigation, and there's a side of the firm that handles business.
Right.
And then they have legal assistants. Mm-hmm. And then you work with the lawyer based on your specific issue. And there's two separate lawyers. They don't do the same thing. And then they have legal assistants. It's a team.
No, for sure. Most lawyers, unless you're an independent lawyer, most of them have people and it's a team. But she spent a solid 30 seconds talking about how you were lying on Twitter by saying you have a team. I'm like, she's hired a lawyer. They all talk about teams. I was like, what are you talking about? It's just very strange how it's this like constant and exhausting. I assume you're not listening to a lot of it now, but it's crazy to listen to. It just feels like, why not just give it up? It's exhausting. Anyway, I'm sorry. You have other people to talk to. I am a fan, and I will continue to be.
Well, I appreciate it, and thanks for taking the hard sarcasm, because I will give that.
I know you will.
All right. Thanks so much for your support.
Bye.
Bye. Navy Techs.
Hello.
Hello. What's up, Navy?
Not much. How you been?
Okay, you scare me.
Why do I scare you?
I don't know. But I'll always be nice to you. What's up, Navy?
Not much. We had some nice conversations when you came over to use chat and stuff like that. So I don't think there's any reason to be scared.
He has me banned from his chat.
I had nothing to do with that. So I don't know. But I came over here because I wanted to know there's and I don't know if you can talk about it.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask, and if you can't talk about it, obviously you can't. There's a certain person that you and I both know who has apparently given you paperwork.
Yeah.
Who you're planning on, countering this paperwork, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I have two questions. One, is if so what are you looking to get from the counter? And two, I heard and I saw that you put on Twitter that we all seen that he's lost his biggest backer. So what are your thoughts?
Well, I can't give away my secrets. We have a strategy.
Okay.
And my litigator, the litigation side of my firm, is going to be very deliberate in that strategy, which will include anyone that has worked with him and helped him.
Okay.
And I believe I spoke to people connected to Unirock and let him know that we are asking people to save evidence. And evidence preservation letters are going to be going out to more than a dozen people, probably 7 or 8 YouTubers. And it's, the goal is going to be to stop. But we cannot guarantee that. Legal cases are challenging, and you cannot just because you want something doesn't mean that you're going to get that. We don't believe that. We do not believe that there are any claims against me that are valid. And we also believe that my and we believe that my counterclaims will exceed their damages by exponential amounts, to the hundreds of thousands.
So do you believe that from this particular party that you actually get what you're asking for? Because as far as I know, like it's going to be kind of hard. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So you can't force someone to pay, and if they don't have the money, they can't pay.
Okay.
Settlements are countersuits bring leverage toward settlement. But I think at the end of the day, like what the goal is going to be is to stop of the harassment, right? So what can we do to end this? And that means that we are going to be taking a very aggressive approach, which means every single person that has corroborated and worked with this person will be held accountable, meaning they will be getting letters, they will be receiving letters. We will be subpoenaing Twitter and Snapchat and Facebook if that's the direction that goes. We don't really know, once we answer, if we have to go that far. You know what I mean? But if we do, we're prepared. Yes. We're prepared to subpoena for all the fake accounts. In fact, multiple fake accounts.
Is it also the aspect of going after every way in which a person could, defame you, right? So every aspect in which they have the venue in which to defame you?
Yes.
Okay.
There's a lot of injunction relief you can get, and we have a lot that we're planning. I don't want to show you my hand, and I want to let my lawyers.
I'm not asking you.
Yeah. I will just say that there are a lot of things that you can do. And and she just said, Katie, stop TMI. I've already said this. I've already stated that we're going to subpoena and we are going to find that kind of stuff. I said that 2 days ago. So I'm not sharing anything more than what I've said.
I'm not asking you to share anything more, please. Don't think I'm asking you to do that, so.
I think at the end of the day, the goal is to stop, right? That's it. And just make, and I think a lot of people want, and I think I need to be very clear, restraining orders can't restrain someone from talking. And restraining orders don't work to stop someone from talking. And you have to have threats, and which I have dealt with clearly. the FBI is actively involved now. And I'm not going to say what they're investigating or who they're investigating, but they're actively involved now. And they were actively, but we switched to a different branch, and they're investigating multiple subjects right now. And they do want to bring criminal charges, but I can't, like, it's not up to me if that happens. You know what I mean?
Yes.
There was very serious crimes committed. I can say that. The crimes that were committed involved manufacturing and distribution of CP, and obscenity. And
Yes.
those are serious crimes. I received videos in my inbox that were obscene and illegal. And those have all been given to the FBI, and that's the direction they're going.
Well, that's awesome. That was a couple questions I had. That's it. So yeah, I hope it goes forward, and I hope that you're able to get, because yeah, I know you had like a little like hesitance letting me on, but the thing is that what's happened to you in this aspect of the harassment and all this kind of stuff, this ongoing shit, it needs to be dealt with. And I hope that the people that do this are dealt with swiftly and legally. So yes.
Yeah, I mean, like, my discussions with the FBI were very like, they want to bring charges. Like, they said that multiple times. But it just comes down to like what charges they can bring. But distribution and manufacturing of child pornography is a huge issue.
And they're sick fucks for doing that. Sorry. Pardon my language.
Huh?
Yeah. I said they're very sick for what they do.
Every day. I have not shared 99% of what we have gone through. And I know a lot of people want like immediate answers, and you know, the federal government just doesn't work like that. Like, they're deliberate, and they have so much that they need to investigate. And we've had to go through 4 different, it took us a long time to just figure out who the source was of the stuff. And now that we know the source, then it's just like figuring out what charges and that kind of stuff. But yeah,
So
I
from
mean,
what I saw that you posted, go ahead.
I'm going to turn off. No, I got to turn off my camera for a second. So go for it.
I saw you posted that you know who Person M is. It got posted, I think, today or the other day. How close are you to find out who Person X is?
To creating the screenshots? Is that what you're talking about?
I think so, yeah, because I think Person X was the one who created the screenshots. Person M was the intermediary. I mean, I may be wrong. I don't know. Like, I'm still kind of fuzzy on all this kind of stuff. But I saw you posted about a certain person being Person M. So,
like, we've always known sort of who it is, but now that we have subpoena ability, that will be a lot easier. You don't really know until you know what I mean? But I just know that I did not say those things, and that was not my DMs.
right.
And
Okay.
you know, it sucks. Like, the FBI is so, like, I just have to say, like, the agents that we've worked with in all the different branches have been phenomenal. I have spoken to agents at 3 separate branches, and that's been the problem. Is we started it and we didn't have the suspects. Now we actually have the suspects, and now it's nailing the suspects.
That's awesome.
No, and I
I'm
don't.
glad they have.
I just think that, like, you know, sometimes when Unirock goes live and stuff, that he really puts a lot more power in me than I can give. Like, I'm only one person, and I, again, am not the prosecutor. I can't decide if someone's going to decide to prosecute. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, he is, you know, when it comes to the harassment and all this stuff that's happened, I think you've seen the videos. You've seen what he said. So you know that we're all against any of this stuff happening, especially when it involves anyone with you or a family member or anybody else. So
Yeah, I
yes.
lost a lot of respect for him though when he started calling these people Katie's. And that's when I tuned out and stopped listening because
Okay.
I don't manufacture CP and I don't distribute it. And that's what has been happening to us. We've received massive quantities of bestiality, like illegal bestiality.
One thing I want
You
to
know,
make known to all people, everyone watching, I'm not here asking questions on behalf of Uni Rock or anybody else. It's just me. So those issues you have with him are issues you have with him. Like, I'm not here as a representative or anything else.
no, I know that. I'm just saying that, like, you're on his channel all the time. I know you're his moderator. I know you're his friend. And if he knew what I was dealing with, this ticky tack bullshit that he's like has to placate his audience and say I clickbait titles. You know what? Shut up, Unirock. You clickbait too. Like, he gets
Okay.
mad about doxing. He uses my full fucking name all the time when I don't use it professionally. I'm tired of this game he plays, and he made my life a living hell in the middle of a lawsuit and made my life worse by accusing me of doxing, which is not what I did with Creepshow Art. And
I'm not.
I'm just here saying that, like, I am grateful for him being against the harassment, but if he cares about me, he will stop the narrative that I'm doing things that are dangerous. He's being disrespectful because
Okay.
I am dealing with people sending me child pornography, sending me
Yeah.
bestiality and death threats. I am not doing that to people, so don't call them Katie's.
Right. And I think he's watching. He may be watching, maybe he's not. But if he's not, then I will relay this back to
Oh,
him
we're mad at Katie because she
so that he knows what you
clickbait
said.
titles? Do you know that Unirock has had my fucking channel in his tags for
I
2 years?
I have nothing to do with that. Yes.
Like, if he wants to help, he needs to stop actually being a part of the hate campaign. And he facilitates that by encouraging them to be like, oh, well, they're just a Katie. Like, you don't even know what these people are doing to me.
Well, I am obviously not adding to and helping in this aspect. I had a couple of questions which you answered gracefully enough. Thank you very much for that. But I'm not in here to argue
I know, but
Unirock aspects.
Unirock
Any
is
other?
a pansy and a coward. And I appreciate
Well,
you.
I mean, you know what, I came in on my own to ask a couple questions about certain things that were happening. So if those are the issues you have with Uni, then take them over to Uni. But I am not here to hash out whatever's going on between you and him in this aspect. I apologize, but that's all I'm here for.
All I can say is you can help me by telling your friend to stop.
I will relay your feelings to him as far as you feel about this, and that's all I can do. But I make no promises about anything.
No, but if he cares about me and he cares about the harassment, he stops talking about my sexual assault. He stops talking about my son. Like, none of this helps anything. Like, if you care about the harassment, focus on the fact that I had people sending me child pornography, trying to manufacture child pornography against my husband, manufacturing child pornography of
Yes.
Michael Saltz's children. Focus on that. Those are the bad people.
Yes. Okay, I agree.
Thank you. Thank you for being
Thank you.
here. Bye. Okay. Yes. I have withheld a lot of information from you guys. And a lot. It's been I haven't told you guys half of the shit we've been through, okay? And when I see people using their platforms and comparing me to people that are manufacturing illegal images and using those images to threaten people, and you say that those people are being Katie's? Hell no. I have never in my life manufactured CP. I would never distribute CP. I would never put someone on blast. Like I would never try to frame someone for CP. That's what has been going on in my life. They were manufacturing CP to try to frame Michael Saltz and myself and my husband so we would go to prison. That's not the same. They were using VPNs. They were using spoofing sites. They were using international websites to send this stuff. They were going into the dark web and sending us emails that had videos of children being murdered. Some of the shit that was sent to me, I cannot unsee. That's all in the hands of the FBI. And so to have someone on YouTube making this into a game and comparing that me using a dramatic title on clickbait, it's not the same. I had these people calling the fucking police in my county, reporting my husband for CSA. They filed false police reports and provided false videos of manufactured CP. That's what I have been dealing with. They were taking images of children and superimposing children's heads onto adults that were naked. They were attempting to create and edit a video of my husband, and they were actively searching for any videos that they could find of my son to manufacture child pornography, to get my husband arrested, to have my child taken away from me, and to have me arrested. That is what has gone on in my life for the last 6 fucking months. And I have over 300 emails from these people saying they are going to murder, gut, disembowel, rape, and kill my son while I watch, and then they will murder, disembowel, rape, and kill me. That's what I have been going through. I'm sorry if that upsets you. That has been my life for 6 months. And that's what I'm going through. And for people that are laughing at me, the reason why the FBI is fucking involved is because they are trying to manufacture child pornography. That is not Katie. I don't do that shit, Unirock. And I'm so tired of like people acting like I am the person that's going to take these people down. I have no control of anything that is happening. Like, I can only give it to the agents, and then they can Did you know that photoshopping a child onto adult pornography is the same thing? Even if it's photoshopped, did you know it's the same thing? It's a fucking felony. It's distribution, it's manufacturing, and it's a crime. And it's punishable of up to 20 years in prison. Photoshopping a child's face onto a naked adult's body is child pornography. Yes, they know who they are. And all I can do is give it to the FBI and then let them investigate, right? And that's all I can do. And that's all I've done. And I can't control if charges are filed. I cannot control if a U.S. attorney decides they want to file charges. I can't control any of that. I can only give them what I have, and they will go from there. And all I know is that, yes, they do know who is doing this. Yes, they are investigating specific people. Yes, that's what's happening. The goal is to bring criminal charges, but I can't control that. So when it comes to the FBI, like, I can't press charges. I can only file the report. The FBI is not like local police. So a U.S. attorney has to agree to indict, to work towards indictment. And the feds are very meticulous. No, I can't say the name of who I'm talking about because then I'm going to make them worried. No, the FBI is investigating people, and I'm not going to tell you who it is because then those people will know it's them. So, yes. So Unirock is consistently calling these people that are doing this like this Katie's. And I'm just tired of it. I'm tired of him even comparing me in the same breath as them. And when did I say Unirock was doing this? You seriously? Unirock is not the... When did I ever say Unirock is the one that's manufacturing that? I never said that. I said people are. What Unirock is doing, where Unirock needs some help, is Unirock needs to stop comparing me to human beings that are doing this. Point blank, period. And Unirock needs to also stop using my child as a weapon to get back at the people he hates. I understand people are angry at other people for talking about my son, but weaponizing my child as a sticking point to get back at someone you don't like is not helpful. Analyzing my son's diagnoses or using my son as a tool to get your enemies, I'm not going to be down for. So you can say, I don't like that they talked about her son without bringing up what they did, or without continually showing my child's face, or whatever it is. Like, there's like, it's just contradictory. Like, I talk about kids on this channel only in the context of like, I think they're great, right? But continuing to use my child as a weapon back and forth in their game, I'm just like not down with. And I know that he is saying that he's against that, but I think it would be better if he just didn't talk about it to begin with. And I think that continuing to always talk about it just helps make them feel like they can be emboldened to talk about it, because you're always telling them to stop talking about it. So entitled Katie Club. He for sure has called me that. So I feel like Unirock is an instigator because he keeps these people energized. When it wasn't popular to like me, he threw me under the bus. And now that it's popular to like me or defend me, now he's on my side again. And it's hard for me to even care what he says about me. When I was going through the darkest time of my life, he accused me of something that I did not do. And he made people believe that I doxed someone who had already put out their private information publicly. And then he, on his channel, repeatedly says my full fucking name, even though I don't use it. And I don't care, but that's what I did. So, you know, I shared a link that had a name, and I was accused of being a doxer. Yet every fucking video, he uses my full name. So you're a doxer too, in the same breath. And it was the worst time of my life. He betrayed me. It was the middle of the night. He went live about me. He did not talk to me. He did not even give me the courtesy to fucking speak to me. I had been friends with him for like 9 months at that point. And instead of like literally coming to me and saying like, hey, I have a problem with you, he blasted me on YouTube because he didn't want to take the heat. He abandoned me. He rolled the bus over me. I was left with no friends. I had everyone on YouTube rolling over on me and the train just destroyed me. Shannon used her full name too. It's not the same. It is the same. Shannon put her name out on her Twitter so many times. You have no idea how many times I found it on her Twitter. Shannon used her full name on her Twitter. Shannon was participating on a LOL Cow page where her full name was on there. My YouTube, my email address is without a crystal ball. So and you like Creepshow had doxed herself a million times. Anyways. Right. He gets freaked out if you use his full name. So yeah, and Creepshow Art was the one that was stalking Emily Artville. She was the one that was spreading false narratives about anyone that would listen. So I didn't dox her. And you can come on, Cherie. I have to take a break here. I need to calm down. Give me a second. Okay. Sorry. It's been a lot to deal with, and I'm not trying to be like playing the victim, but a lot of people want to help and be like on the train, and when you've had someone railroad you and literally pretend like they were your friends as long as it suited them, and then the minute they had the opportunity to roll the train over you and like throw you to the wolves, that's exactly what happened. And at my various lowest point, when all of YouTube was coming after me, one person that said they were my friend was not my friend, and they abandoned me, they betrayed me, and now suddenly they want to be like, we're on your side. And then have the audacity to call these people Katie's, and then have the audacity to repeatedly talk about my son, talk about my rape, use my son as a weapon against the people that he hates. To be honest, he wouldn't give a shit about this situation if he didn't hate the other person so much. And I don't like the other person at all, but I just don't talk about the other person. I don't want to talk about him ever again. he's doing. This is what he does repeatedly to me. We're on your side, but she's still a shitty person. Imagine getting 300 death threats or even more and all of that. And then someone being like, I'm on your side, but you're still a fucking bitch. Like, no. Hello. Hi.
Hi, how are ya?
I'm good. How are you?
Not bad. Long time, no talk.
Long time, no talk. Hi, Cherie.
All the way from Aussie. How you been?
Good.
Good? You're a bit upset.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I know, you know that I've been following all of this since the very beginning, and I know there's a lot that you can't talk about. And I know there's a lot of people who've jumped in later on into this whole situation, like the woman that was on before that was prodding and poking you for information. And those who know the real story and what's been going on know where this all stems from and where it's all come from. Sorry, I'm shaking like a leaf. I've never done this before. Nervous.
It's okay. It's okay.
And you know that, and I've been very open with you that I follow both you and Uni, and that I know that there's been issues with the two of you. And like I've said to you, that there are things going on, and you've just said, and I've said to you, that there's 95% of stuff that's been going on behind the scenes that we know nothing about. The stuff that you've had to experience.
Sorry, I had to let the dog out.
That's okay. The stuff that you've been experiencing, like I've said to you, we don't know 99% of what you've been exposed to. And that's why, like a lot of us on Uni's channel and a couple of others have all said, you know, what's been going on, we only know snippets of what's been let out. And what's going on underneath, I dread, and just from how you reacted before, it's pretty obvious that it's vile, disgusting. I mean, to even go after a high-end lawyer, it's pretty obvious it's revolting, disgusting things.
Yeah.
And
what they did to Michael Saltz's children is horrific.
Yeah, well, when I heard that happen, and all we sort of were told was that his kids' faces had been put on sites. That was, you know, that was just the general tone that we got. We didn't, obviously, they didn't go into depth of what was actually done and said, like you've just expressed the emails of what they said they'd do to you and Todd and all that sort of stuff. So I can only imagine what they've been saying to others that are involved as well, when it's these minions and his little sycophants that are doing it all, and it's just revolting.
I just don't want to put the blame on one person. Like, it's
No,
not.
I understand that.
And I think that the narrow focus of Unirock just completely completely clouds this and creates reasonable doubt for the people that have done this. And they will be able to blame other people for what they've done. And we don't want to focus on people that haven't done things. We want to focus on the people that have done things.
Yeah.
And
No, I understand.
I think placing the blame on one person is irresponsible. And it's, at this point, not helpful. Yuta Rock has spent a lot of time focusing on one person who we know is problematic.
Yeah, I know that he has his own agenda.
He is mad. He is mad at that person.
Yeah.
He is angry. He has a vendetta against that person. And he doesn't like that that person lied to him. And he wants to get that person back. And that is not healthy.
No.
His obsessive coverage of it does not help me.
Yeah, and I understand. And like I've said, and a lot of us have said a fair few times in chat when things have got a bit out of control, we've sort of pulled him in line and said, don't go down that path and go down to that level. And like I've also said to you, we all know that the two of you had a falling out, which was sad because everyone could see that you'd both were hurt and upset.
But how he reacted is not how a friend would react if they're hurt or upset.
No, I know, and I understand that, and a lot of us have said,
And some of my subscribers will never forgive him for that. Like, my ride or dies were so betrayed by that, because if you're going to stand with someone, you stand by them through all of it. You don't use that person as content. You don't take their worst moments and not take the heat. Like, he just wanted a way out. And I think you just have to stop focusing on one person. Yes, one person is problematic, but this is bigger than one person.
Yeah, and from what I'm saying, he's also talking about the others that are involved. Yes, he does focus a lot on one particular person for obvious reasons, but he does discuss the other people, and obviously
he gives people like T-spiracy credibility. A woman who doxed my family, created a fake video where she accused my husband of child abuse.
Yeah, I think that lasted all of about 2 seconds. I think he's now realised that was a mistake. Once again, he sort of jumped on that a little bit too earlier, and when he sort of looked at it into a bit further, he sort of went, oh, no, she's done this, because we all sort of said in chat, this was the woman that had made this video and made it to look like A, B, C, D, and just be very careful of, some of the things that she's said, because some of the things that she's done hasn't been very nice.
Well, and she, to this day, refuses to acknowledge that it was her video that got us called on CPS.
And we'd said that in chat.
We had CPS at our house, and I said, how did you get this call? The woman said a video on YouTube, and there was a phone number.
Sorry, go.
Just because she doesn't like that it was her that did that, it doesn't mean that she didn't do it.
No, and none of us have said that it's not her or was her. We've all continually said the things that have been said, done, created, sent, made up, all of that is utterly disgusting. And I've
And
said
your
countless-
friend Unirock created, manufactured, and contributed to that when he accused me of doxing someone I didn't dox. Do you know how many
the
death
whole
threats
crew.
I got because of that? And how many you're a doxer and how many subscribers I lost when he did that? And
Well,
how much hate I got because of that? Like, it wasn't factually true and it wasn't what happened.
well, I can't. All I can say is I'm not in Discord and all of that. I don't know how all that works.
Yeah, and I'm not trying to be hard on you. I just know that you are my subscriber and then you are also his subscriber. So I'm just trying to give you like the devil's advocate.
Yeah, and as I've said to him, I've said in chat as well, is I could see after the 2.5 years of non-stop harassment. Hi Todd. That's been
in 20
going
minutes,
on.
hold up. In 20 minutes, we'll be married 11 years.
Oh, congratulations. I could see, and knowing what I'll say Creepshow Art is like, not a real name, that she is the type of person that will send her subs across and start hate piling. And that's why I said, after everything that you've been going through, you're already in defensive mode and you went into a complete defensive mode because you knew that all these people from her channel were just going to come across and completely bombard you.
Well, it caused
more
Keemstar
stuff.
to make a video on me accusing me of doxing. Keemstar has 5 million subscribers.
And Keemstar did one as well.
Yeah.
Oh,
Do you know how many people made a video called Katie is a doxer because of him?
no. So I don't watch Keemstar. So
Like probably hundreds.
Well, as you say, I have a life, so I don't live on YouTube like a lot of people.
Let's go back.
But the other thing that I just wanted to clarify is, and this is just my interpretation, when you say that he continually brings up your son and tries to, I've never seen him do that. I've watched him say things that a certain person has said.
Yeah.
And he's deliberately said, I will not bring that up.
But then he brings up my son. And then he tells people what that person did. How does that help? Why are you giving that person
he says he doesn't say specifically what was said and done. He says that he has brought it up, but he will not repeat what he said.
No, he doesn't hate my son, but it's just not helpful. You know what I mean? Like, and you guys don't have to pick a side. I'm just saying that, like, he talks about me every day. Like, I am his content, and I don't respond to him 99.9% of the time. And so, you know, it's not like I'm sitting here going, like, I hate him. I'm just saying that, like, dude, you need to do better. You're criticizing me for things that you're doing, and you are like obsessed and have a vendetta against this person, and it spreads misinformation. And I don't agree with what the other person's doing, but I don't feel like this helps either. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, okay. And like I'm saying, the way I interpret it is and like we've all said, this whole thing that's been going on for I can't believe it's nearly 3 years. He's the way I see it and the way a lot of us see it is like him and Navy and Negative Exponents and the others have all said the way this what particular group have done what they've done and how it's then exploded, that has never been supported, and they've always defended you and your family against all that stuff.
Yeah, but he doesn't
And
defend me against that stuff. He calls them Katie's.
See, I missed that. I've heard him say the entitled Karen Club because of that EKC chick, but I've never heard him say Katie's.
Oh yeah, he's called, he's referred to that cult as Katie's.
I'll have to get someone to explain to me what
and it's not
where and how he said it, because
I don't dislike the Unifam. I think his fans are phenomenal. And I miss you guys. I don't appreciate if he knows that I'm being attacked, don't contribute to the attacks by adding credibility to the attacks.
In what way is he adding credibility?
By calling
What do you
them
mean?
Katie's.
Oh, well, okay. See, once again, it comes in because I've never heard the way that it's being used. I can't answer that because, like I said, I haven't heard him say it, so I can't. Like I said, I've heard him use the entitled Karen Club, but I've never heard him say Katie's. And the only way that I can think that he is using the term Katie is because, and this is the way I see it, the both of you just still upset at the falling out that you had.
No, he literally said that they're doing what I'm accused of doing. And so they're me.
You're accused of doing...
Like, they're doing what I do, they claim. And that's what he's saying. Like, she does this, she does that. So they're basically Katie's. And he said that. He's said it multiple times.
So because the cult's going out faking documents...
No, I'm not talking about the cult.
It's...
you can't...
It's the whole moral equivalency that everybody tries to apply to Katie when things get brought up about all the hate people and the things that they do. It's him referring to those people as Katie's is applying, again, moral equivalency to Katie. But there is no equivalency. She doesn't do the things that those people do. So to call those people Katie's is extremely unfair to Katie.
Yeah, no, I
understand. She just does her own content. She's made. Yeah. She's created this channel, and
I've created a beautiful community.
She has a ton of subscribers
that love me, that don't care about this kind of stuff. And
my
audience right now, I'm enjoying your perspective, but my audience in chat is asking me to bring someone else on and just to move on. So I'm going to respect the chat right now and just say thank you.
Well, I mean, I've followed you for 3 years and I've always supported you, so I don't understand why people are thinking that I haven't supported you. So that's disappointing that they're taking it that way.
It's not that they're not thinking that you don't support it. I just, I think the conversation is not helpful.
Okay. Well, thanks for letting me come on, and was glad to finally Good to
I
talk
appreciate your
face to face.
support. I just don't want to keep talking about this.
Okay, that's fine. Well, happy anniversary and thanks for letting me on. Hopefully
Thank
we can
you.
chat soon. Celebrate
We
well.
appreciate your support.
Thanks, guys.
Yep. Okay, you guys, before I continue, I don't want to continue to rehash just like the pain and the frustration of everything. You know, like I don't want you guys, if you watch Unirock, to feel like you have to choose. Like that's never my goal. Like I don't care about what he does. I care about like my job, and I stand firm that he is not helping me as much as they think they're helping me. They're not helping me. It has just put so much attention on this that gives them energy and makes them feel emboldened because they're getting the attention that they want. And just like what he did that night with the doxing, and then them having stream after stream after stream talking about my rape and then defending me, but then talking about my rape, it was so uncomfortable. Like it was just, and it's different than if you're talking about a public figure and you don't know the person, but like these are people that know me, right? And I have been in their Discord, and they are using my rape as a weapon to fight with their people that they're mad at. And that's why I feel like I am a weapon that he uses to get back at someone that he hates. No matter what that person has done to me is irrelevant, because the hate that he has for that person is not about me.
And they use the excuse that, well, why can't we talk about it? Katie's the one that brought it up. She's the one that talked about it. That's for Katie to talk about.
Yeah.
It's Katie, that experience is Katie's. And that's for her to talk about if it's her choice, if she decides to talk about it or say whatever about it. That doesn't give somebody else the right to constantly go over and over and over and over and talk about it over and over and over again, because they know in the back of their mind that if they talk about something else, then they're going to get probably a third of the views.
Right. And it's just frustrating because my name is in his titles like every day.
Yep.
And he has not moved on from me in like 2 years. And like, I am not even his interest. Like, that's what bothers me. Like, he doesn't actually care about my well-being, or have concern for my well-being, because what they're doing is he just wants to fight with that person, right? In my opinion, he wants to get back at that person because he feels like that person wronged him, and that's fine. But then I'm the person that he uses as the example constantly because it gets him views. And it's exhausting because the fight gives that person attention and gives that person like energy. And I don't want any energy around that. Like, I don't want to ever talk about it again, to be honest. Like, I have never wanted to talk about it. I don't want to talk about that person. I don't want to think about that person. I just want to move on with my life. And I haven't spoken to him in a year almost. He doesn't know half the story of what he's talking about, he will go on his channel and say like he was on his channel saying I got restraining orders and was claiming it was against these people or that people. And he had no clue because I did not tell him anything.
Uni suffers from premature
ejaculation.
Well,
of the mouth.
What did I said it in one of his chats. It was probably one of the comments that got me blocked. But he has
and I'm blocked on his channel, you guys. Like, that should tell you anything. We are both blocked on his channel. So if you care about us and the harassment we face, but we're fucking blocked on your channel, like, he spreads so much misinformation and then people believe it. And it's like, and I don't like to talk about him, right? I don't want to talk about him because then he'll just say it'll make content for him. Right, exactly. He's going to do 50 videos on me. He's going to do 37 periscopes, 47 live streams. I shared a few bits of information with him like a month ago. I have not had any DMs with him. I speak to a couple of his moderators, like Christina. I've been friends with, but Tina and I were like friends before she was a moderator of like Unirock. So Tina and I have been friendly. I wouldn't, I'll interact with her sometimes, and then, oh, I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, Sherry.
How was it in the green room?
I'm sorry. Hi, Sherry. Oh, she left. Oh no. I'm sorry, Sherry.
Come back on.
Come
Sherry.
back, Sherry.
There was somebody that said hi from Finland.
Oh, hi.
I was just gonna say, have you had your coffee in your sauna yet?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm blocked on his channel.
I have 3 YouTube accounts, and they're not.
I'm blocked on every one of my channels
They're
on
not
his.
sock accounts, but I have 3 YouTube accounts, and I'm blocked on all of them.
Yes. Hello.
There she is.
Hi, Sherry.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
And that's what I'm trying to block right here. But it won't, I guess it won't let me. Okay, well, I look like crap, but who cares?
I do too,
Katie,
so, no.
I don't even know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
No, hi.
Oh, yeah.
Hi, Mr.
Hi.
Katie. I don't know your name, so I'm sorry.
No, Sherry is a long-time subscriber.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, she's
Connection issues, Sherry.
here.
Acting weird.
Yeah.
But I am a creator also.
Oh, you are.
And I get a lot of flack from people.
This is in Sherry's opinion, correct?
Too.
Must be.
Oh.
Oh, she dropped.
She dropped. Okay.
It's like you're having connection issues, Sherry.
So, I just feel like YouTube is a whole different dynamic. And if you know someone and you've been friends with them and then you use them as content, that's just so much different. And then that person is blocked on your channel. It's just weird.
Okay, I'm back if you can hear me.
Yes.
Okay. Well, the first thing, Katie, I don't know who you're talking about. And it doesn't, I mean, it is important to me because it's hurting you, and I see that. With my channel, I want it to be a safe place. for everybody to come. And if they cannot respect me and all the people in the chat, I boot them out. And there are, I've been watching the chat, and there are things that I'm not liking what I'm seeing being said. And if I was to be scrolling through YouTube and stop and watch something and they were bad mouthing you, I would change it. I wouldn't watch it. That's where the respect is. You, in my opinion.
I'm sorry, you're
because
kind of broke
they
up.
are not going to win if they're fighting. If
I can't. She keeps.
Yeah, you might have to just maybe she can say it in the chat or something.
Yeah.
Might have to just say it in the chat.
Your connection is really bad.
if they are,
It's not working. Okay.
Sorry.
I'm sorry, Sherry. Your
I think we kind of got the gist of what you're saying, is that if you come across a creator that's making videos that are negative or hateful against somebody that you support, like Katie, that you just don't watch. And I mean, I agree. I don't understand a lot of the people. Well, I don't understand the people that make the hate videos, but I don't understand the people that follow those people. I mean,
yeah.
I'm subscribed to a lot of YouTube channels.
Yeah.
And the ones that I pay attention to, let me back up. If I happen to see that there's a channel that's just ragging on another channel for some whatever reason, or it's a lot of just negativity for negativity's sake, I just don't watch it. I mean, it's just such a waste of time. It's a waste of time, and it's a waste of energy.
Yeah, I mean, even like the drama channels and stuff, like the channels that cover the drama that happens on YouTube, I don't even really watch them so much anymore. Like, people will have opinions on, like, I don't know, Gabby Hanna, or even the Gabby Hanna stuff has gotten so toxic to the point that Gabby Hanna sneezes and people hate her.
She sneezed wrong.
Yeah.
That was wrong.
Trisha and Ethan are fighting, right? Always. Or that's the latest thing. But I follow both of them individually. Like, I watch her channel and I watch his channel, and I don't need to watch like a recap of them fighting. So I don't know. How dare Gabby sneeze? Like, I'm not a fan of Gabby Hanna, trust me, but okay, I'm going to try one more time, Sherry.
I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on.
That's
but
okay.
I don't know what you've heard, Katie, but I'm sorry that you've went through what you have. And I'm a creator too. And I respect everything that you're doing. And I love your husband. He's so supportive. I like seeing him on the show too.
Happy anniversary.
Oh, is it your anniversary? Congratulations.
Yes.
As of what?
As of 4 minutes,
4 minutes ago.
Oh.
She
How many years?
11.
Wow. Okay. Well, good. Maybe you'll get lucky tonight there.
Probably not. We're going to go to bed after this.
I wish I was a mod, because I've seen a lot of stuff in the chat that I didn't like. And in my channel, I boot those people out. If they don't respect me and they don't respect, I mean, everybody has a right to their own opinion.
Yeah.
But this is your channel. This is your platform.
I didn't think, to be honest, like we will allow fair discourse, and people don't have to agree with me. I don't want to create an echo chamber, and I think it's not healthy to block out all criticism. So when people become abusive and are really just trolling, I think my mods have been with me for a very long time. This guy, 11 years, and Scarlett is one of my first mods. I mean, literally, Scarlett's been with me since the inception of this channel, and she knows exactly and we don't just.
Oh no, you're frozen.
Oh, I'm. No.
You must be having connection issues again. But I think it becomes a slippery slope if you just, and I don't have a channel, so I mean I'm just talking here, but if you just if you start blocking people or deleting stuff where somebody simply just disagrees with what you're saying, but it's like a respectful disagreement. I mean,
that's fine. I mean, everybody has the right to their own opinion. But when somebody starts talking bad, the way that Katie has been treated, when I see that happening, it really upsets me for her.
Oh, yeah.
Well, welcome to the club.
Think, we give people a chance. And there's a lot of people in chat, and so I think there's only a couple mods, and we can only do what we do. When your channel just grows and you get, there's, we can have chats with 6,000 people. And so it's just, you just have to, you do the best you can. But I don't want to isolate someone that may not agree with me on this topic that might enjoy my other content.
Right. Well, I did have a viewer once that I told her that, well, if you don't like the channel, all you have to do is change it. And she said, oh, I'm not going to unsubscribe.
Yeah.
Because she liked the channel. But I'm here for you, and I want you to know, and I want you to remember that good always wins over evil.
Thank you.
And you are going to kick ass.
I hope so. Gonna probably spend a lot too. Oh, she's frozen again.
Am I frozen?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. Well, we're having a bad connection, but Katie.
No, it's okay. You are so sweet. I appreciate so much your kindness.
You guys are a great couple, and just make sure and give her lots of attention. Because girls need help when they're upset.
I'm not going to say he was at the doctor today. That's why we were a little bit late. So that's why there's not going to be luckiness. He's still recovering. So, but yeah, we're good. He's a good man.
Yeah, he is. I can tell. You're good people.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Love you guys.
Love you.
See ya.
Bye. Okay. I'm going to close out. I'm not going to let anyone else come on right now. I'm tired. We're at like the 3-hour mark. Oh my God. 3 hours. How did that happen?
Marathon.
Yeah. My moderators are phenomenal. I don't want to create an echo chamber. I very rarely block people from this channel. I maybe years ago was a little bit block heavy. Someone would say something I didn't like and I would block it. But this day and age, I rarely block people from this channel. And that's because I have learned that people might not like one take I have, but that doesn't mean consistently they don't like that take. But I've also learned that if you don't have differing opinions in the comments, then all it creates is a unhealthy environment. And I don't want anyone that I cover to only get negative coverage. So I don't want to spread false rumors about the Duggars, and I don't want other people to spread false rumors about the Duggars. So, you know, I don't want to be overly critical of any, you know, thing. So I feel like the people that like the Duggars don't need to feel like this is a hate the Duggars channel. You know what I mean? Like, I want them to be able to come here for the content and to learn and to form their own opinions. And Nadia is my other yes. Thank you, Nadia. I think you need to allow people to have their opinions about people. And just because someone likes the Duggars doesn't mean they endorse everything that they're going through or that they've done. It's a tough situation, you guys. And, you know, we don't have to agree with their beliefs, but you can be a human, right? And be like, man, they're going through a lot, especially those girls, you know? Yes, Nadia is one of my longtime moderators, but in regards to my moderators, we're not going to kick people just because they don't like me on one topic or whatever. We kicked we kicked Mama Bear, Mama Boots, or whatever her name was.
Was that tonight or something?
Yeah, because she was just trolling. She was just being mean. But yeah. I was short with a couple people because I don't always know people's agendas. Cherie is a sweet, lovely lady, but anyone that wants to argue with me that I should be friends with Unirock is just not going to work. I mean, I will love her, but that argument's going to go nowhere. Yes, keep wearing those pants, Jana. And you guys, I had so much fun putting together my Jana video tonight. I was finding like clips to insert, which was such a blast. I'm going to try to do that more. Mama Boots, that was her name. Yeah, she was. And then Pickles.
Oh, Mama Boots, she's been on before and
she's always
talking crap.
I know, she's always crabby. Yeah, that's not going to happen.
Well, what was that?
There was a $50 chat. Yeah, I said thank you for that. That was from Cindy. Cynthia. Thank you for the super chat, Cynthia. I appreciate your comments. I know I was a little bit hard on you too. Pickles is really full of herself, and Pickles is such a liar. I know that was Pickles. But whatever, Pickles. Pickles, Sucketh the Pickles made a really big mistake not long ago and exposed who she was. And I will not say who she was, but that's who she is. And Sucketh the Pickle will kiss my ass to my face and then talk shit behind my back. And she needs help. Like
maybe she needs a spine.
She and Shen need serious help. Like, these are trolls that just are so invested in grossness. Not a fan. And yes, you were hard on me. I can handle it. Well, I appreciate it, Cynthia. Like, I will be hard. I will be come at. Like, I was watching an old stream of yours and Pickles gave you a super chat, but you said her real name and it was before she changed her username. Yes, she used to be a freaking member of mine. Like her pretending like I think she was a member. She used to be in my chat all the time. She was for sure a fan of mine. I 100% know her name. I know that message is from her. Like a lot of these people forget that before they had their cute little pseudonyms that they were using their real names on my channel. So Pickles was, yes. I asked her to unblock me, and then I went on to Twitter, and all she did was talk shit about me. I was like, wow, I was really nice to you, and you were so mean. Todd, okay, so Todd does not have a Twitter that he uses. Like he has a Twitter account that we use to communicate with one person, and that's it. He doesn't tweet. He doesn't have sock accounts. I don't have sock accounts on, no. All right. This is Todd, not Todd Chrisley. He's my Todd.
Yeah, it's funny now because when people talk in the chat about like, I think somebody inadvertently got like their comment was deleted tonight in the chat because somebody said like Todd's a douchebag or something like that, and they clearly meant Todd Chrisley.
Oh.
I think one of your mods thought they were calling me a douchebag.
Well, Todd Chrisley is a douchebag.
Right, but I'm just saying like it.
Yeah, thank you for your super chat, Sunkiss Girl. All right, you guys, it is a long night. If you rewatch this, just know I got a little sassy. It's been a really tough few months, but yeah, like the best thing in this situation is, like I said, I've been able to go through old messages, and I realized that 99% of the most die-hard haters that claim that I'm a psychotic bitch were actually my fans. They used to love me. So I still think they love me. It's just a twisted. Like if you go from loving someone to hating someone and you still can't let go of them, you're a fan.
Yeah.
Like if you are in a Discord and you are like watching every move I make, and you are like dedicating yourself to making parody accounts, and your name is Hatyless Joy or whatever it is, you're a fan. Like, you might think you're not a fan, but you don't dedicate your time and energy to anyone at that context if you're not.
And I agree with you, Desiree. Twitter is even more of a cesspool than Facebook is, and that's saying something.
Yeah,
I will never have a Twitter account because my head would explode. Seriously.
Like to read Shen like telling me what a wonderful human I am, and then to see what she says about me, it's just hilarious.
What adult does that?
I don't know. Like I have never.
If I don't like somebody, I just don't pay attention to them.
I don't make a point of DMing humans I don't know, and so that's a whole part of this job, unless it's like for my work.
Right.
But I very irregularly go into someone's DMs that I don't know. And so that's a whole concept I don't understand. And I think when I see someone say something nice to me, like my thing is like, oh, hi, and it's just like, no, that person might not like you. The two faces of the net. Yeah. I have had people that I love to hate. That is such a fan. It is. And if you're making videos about me and you think that that's somehow going to ruin my channel, it actually just brings more people to me.
At this point, that whole narrative, or that whole like thing about, oh, Katie said this about a Duggar. Is this going to end her career? No. Like,
Thank you for your super chat, Chrissy, and thank you, Amanda.
I love how I love how the people that make the videos that like, purport to that the latest thing that you've done is gonna
And
end
me,
you.
yeah.
They've got 1,200 subscribers. And
I know.
you have 78,000.
I know.
Like, we know you don't have a
Because
motive there.
the
do you?
irony in all of this is that I know that nothing I do will end the Duggars. And someone actually said in my comments on Instagram, they're like, once Josh goes to prison, the Duggars will go away. And I was like, no, they won't. Like, these people have millions of followers on their Instagram, and the Washington Post did an article about them, about how
Welcome, Breezy.
their fans, they're already famous. You can't, just because someone loses a channel doesn't mean they actually like lose their fame, and the public interest and the intrigue does not go away. Like, Josh Duggar getting arrested isn't going to change anything. It's not going to make people
Well, the other thing too is that like it's kind of it's a train wreck. I mean, once this trial happens, and it's not a big if, but obviously we can't say
when he goes to prison.
If and when he goes to prison,
Yeah.
it's just going to become more of a circus.
Oh yeah.
Because Jim Bob is going to do whatever he can to try to claim some sort of mistrial or this, that, or the other.
It's going to be a mess. It's because it's Jim Bob.
And you, along with anybody else that has a platform, has every right to talk about.
Well, and this is what I say about Jim Bob. He was a politician. He was he ran for U.S. Senate, and he was a representative in the state of Arkansas. This is not like some wallflower. And he's still actively trying to be in politics. So, of course, you can talk about him. He is literally actively trying to influence politics.
Which is, in my opinion, dangerous.
And I think that, yeah.
They'll try to pray the bars away. Well,
they will say that this made them all closer. And I don't know. We need a Todd's Takes channel.
If only Todd had the time. That's my take. If only I had the time.
The thing is with the Duggars is they're not all bad people. They're not. And they're a family that's large, and there's good people in every family. Do they have some shitty ass beliefs? Hell yeah. But they're not all bad people. They're not. So like I love Jana. Like, I love Jana. And I'm always rooting for Jana. And I love Joy. And I love Jill. I don't love their beliefs. I don't like their homophobia. But
is Jana the one that did?
She wore pants.
No, I thought isn't she the one that got like the new do?
Yeah, she got the new do, and she wore pants.
Oh, she was wearing a little black dress, wasn't she?
Yeah, she was wearing a little black dress, and she showed her knees.
No.
And then she was wearing pants.
Oh, okay. I'm not up to speed.
Yes, we love them. We love the pants, and I love Joy. Like, there's something about Joy. I just love her personality. She's like a little bit dense in the parenting, but she's so young. So I try to cut her some slack. And yeah. It is, if you want to become a member, you get the pants emoji. There's even an emoji that says yay pants, I think. We love pants on this channel. Super big week for pants. I don't like Jeremy either. I don't like Jeremy at all. Pants, pants, pants. And you know what? It took people that love the Duggars for the show, and it taught them how about that. That's where they most can say that on. You took people that love the Duggars for the show and taught them about the IBLP. That's more than most can say that on YouTube. I'm going to continue to talk about the IBLP, and I want to continue to have a community where survivors from the IBLP can feel comfortable and safe. And she got pants and a t-shirt.
The way Katie did that when she said survivors, it was kind of implying that I'm a IBLP
survivor. No, he's not. No. We're not. You're not wearing any pants.
I'm not.
I've got shorts on. Oh gosh. Okay, so I feel really sad about the Erica situation because it sounds like her husband has Alzheimer's and dementia, and there's this whole bankruptcy thing, and it just feels really the more I'm learning about how ill he is, I just feel really sad about that whole situation, and I just don't.
Yeah, I wouldn't go down that.
I don't want to go down that path. So I don't want to exploit someone who has like if he owes a lot of money and he squandered it because he's not healthy, you know, and it's easy to point fingers, you know. So I just don't want to go there. Yeah. Thank you guys. Charlotte is threatening to make videos about me every day. Yeah. So Charlotte, get some better lighting. Sitting down here is not good. This is what she looks like on her computer. And this is not a good look. You should scoot up and get a ring light. And that would be my constructive criticism for you. I don't know anything about your life. I've heard that you like to do super chats and get the criticism I hear from people is that you you do like dono sympathy things, like you sadfish. That's what I always hear. But I don't know if you're actually sadfishing. But you got really upset when your kids got doxxed, and I'm so sad. I don't mean happy. I was really sad to hear about the doxing that you went through. But you have not ever really cared that I've gone through that. So just grow thicker skin, everyone. I have been doxed a million times. I am not caring about I care about the doxing. What I care more about is like the criminals that are doing things to me. And everyone just needs to be like less sensitive about like people saying people's names, you know, because we all have fucking names. Like, yeah.
Say somebody's initials and you just doxed that person.
I just doxed them because I said his name. Everyone has a name.
If you don't have something to hide, then, well, I shouldn't say this because a lot of your supporters don't have their actual name on their.
If you're going to be a creator on this platform and you cannot use your full name, I think there's danger in using your full name. But if you cannot be a creator that uses your full name, then don't hide behind your anonymity to be cruel. Like I feel like the people that are the worst are the ones that refuse to use their real names. And if you can't put your name behind what it is that you say, then don't say it. So that's all I've got. And Charlotte, get better lighting and a ring light and a better camera, and maybe just do a little bit better with your background. And I guess your mods, I've heard, are kind of like running the show, and they're like kind of mean to people in the Discords, and you might be kind of a shitty friend. That was like the rumor going around for a while. And I guess you're like losing subscribers right now. So I'm really sorry to hear about that, Charlotte, but find some new content.
What do you have against Christmas lights?
I have nothing against Christmas lights.
You heard it here first, folks. Katie hates Christmas lights. Wonder how many hate channels are going to make a video about that.
All right. Good night, everyone. Thank you for being here. I'm not going to dox you out of control. I'm just saying, like, chill out on all that kind of stuff. Charlotte got 5% of the hate and she couldn't take it. Yeah, she was crying about getting her children getting, like, I feel bad for you, Charlotte, but you walked into the lion's den and then you got mad when it happened, and then you were okay when it was happening to me. I've told all of these people a million times, like, when it happens to you, just know it's gonna happen. What?
Keep Christ in Christmas lights. No, they're Xmas lights. Come on. Keep Christ out of Yule.
They got mad at me for calling it a legal team. Yeah. All right. Well, Backwoods Barbie, she's obsessed with me, but then she wants to cover the Duggars. So does Charlotte. They all want to cover the Duggars. You guys can cover the Duggars. Cover the Duggars.
You won't be very good at it, but give it a try.
I don't know about that. I just say you have to look, like, if you really want to.
I said it, Todd. I said it.
Anyone can cover the Duggars, but you really do need to understand their cult if you want to understand why they do what they do. All right.
You rule too, Rod.
Thanks everyone for being here. This is the longest stream I've had in forever. I'm sure half of you might hate me after watching this, but thanks guys. Love you.
Bye.
Bye.